public safety.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your RV, RV wins.
What, are you going to take the RV to the mountains or go pick up your dry cleaning?
RV wins!
Are we cleaning the gutters or taking the RV camping?
RV wins!
Are we getting a new passport or cruising up the coast?
RV wins!
Don't forget, you got that trip to Sweden coming up.
Oh, yeah, passport, then RV.
With Progressive, you can bundle your RV with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings in your RV. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states and situations.
When you partner with CDW, your people get more out of technology. CDW AI architects deliver Microsoft services to automate tasks and boost productivity, helping sales reps connect with more customers. Remote teams collaborate seamlessly, and small businesses compete at scale. That's amazing. Make amazing happen. Microsoft and CDW. Learn more at cdw.com/modernwork.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. Off day for the Cubs on Monday. They start a series against the Nationals in Washington, D.C. Today, it's 2-0 Cade Horton starting for Chicago. 3-5, Trevor Williams takes the ball for the Nationals. The Cubs are on top of the NL Central by 4 games over St. Louis. They've won 2 in a row in 8 of 10. The Nats are third in the NL East. A huge 13-1 win for the Tigers at Chicago against the White Sox on Monday. The Tigers out hit Chicago 16-5. White Sox starter Jonathan Cannon tagged for 5 earned runs on 4 hits over 3 innings. He struck out 5 but issued 3 walks. He drops to 2-7. Chicago has dropped 4 in a row and dropped to 18-42. They're last in the division. The teams play again tonight. It'll be 1-3. Shane Smith starting for the Sox. Detroit hasn't announced their starter. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Craftsman Days are here at Lowe's with big savings on the tools you need. Right now, get a free select tool when you buy the Craftsman V20 2-pack battery kit. Whether it's the backyard, the bathroom, or beyond, Craftsman has the tools to help you power through and get the project done right. Because DIYing is unpredictable, but your tools shouldn't be. Shop Craftsman at Lowe's today. Valid through 6/18 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce!
It's Spruce, the new hard-working, worry-free weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people and pets. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Weeds die by the next day. Find Spruce wherever weed killers are.
This is Will Walker with your Fox Valley forecast. Today, rain with a high near 63. This afternoon, a chance of rain showers and patchy smoke. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low around 53. Looking ahead to tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high near 74. Currently, it is 67 with heavy rain. With your Fox Valley forecast, I'm Will Walker on WRMN, the talk of the town.
Now there's a new way to take charge of your blood sugar. Introducing new Garlic Healthy Blood Sugar Formula from the makers of the nation's best-selling garlic supplement. New Garlic helps maintain healthy blood sugar levels with clinically supported levels of garlic, plus a custom blend of vitamins and minerals, and it's odor-free. Take charge of your blood sugar with new Garlic Healthy Blood Sugar Formula. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
Ever tried balancing a dozen eggs in one hand while hopping on one foot? Or maybe juggling cats while riding the unicycle? Sounds ridiculous, right? But guess what? That's exactly what texting while driving is like. Your human brain only has the capacity to focus on one thing at a time. So when you're behind the wheel, give driving your undivided attention.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Kids today live in a world full of social pressure, bullying, and substance abuse. LEAD has a solution. LEAD connects law enforcement agencies with schools to deliver tested, proven, and effective anti-drugs and violence training to kids. Learn more about LEAD, Law Enforcement Against Drugs and Violence, in our work to create safer, healthier communities at leadrugs.org or on social media at We Are Lead. Sponsored by Lead Inc.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome to WRMN, your trusted voice in the Fox River Valley for over 75 years. We bring you fact-based news, good faith discussions, and entertainment that brings people together. From national headlines to local stories, WRMN is your home for thoughtful dialogue and community engagement. No matter the time of day, where you're listening from, or who you are always welcome here. Thanks for making us a part of your day. This is the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Broadcasting across the Fox River Valley on WRMN 1410 AM. This is your reminder. Morning radio is supposed to be fun. Things are about to get loud, weird, and totally WRMN. Clear your morning. This show's got plans for you. It's the WRMN Morning Show, where every day starts with a laugh. Unpredictable, unforgettable, and unapologetically local. Strap in, Fox River Valley. The show starts now.
Good morning. Happy, wet, nasty. It's Wednesday. It took me a second. It is awful outside. It's warm, but it is Wednesday. It is June 4th, 6:09. I think everybody's a little slow today, a little sluggish. It's awful. But here we are at the WRMN Morning Show with Susie C. and my co-host and trusty sidekick, Elliot, the L Train Serrano. But it's sunny in here. These lights are so bright. It is sunny. It is sunny here. So if you need some sunshine, come hang with us.
It is a wet Wednesday.
Wet with the L Train.
But it's not going to be wet all day. This rain is supposed to pass over in about an hour or so. Right now, we're looking at 65 degrees with a real field temperature of 63. It is rainy and soggy outside. We're looking at periods of rain, then a leftover shower probably later today with a high of 64 and a low of 51 tonight. And then tomorrow, guess what? We bounce back. It's going to be a high of 79 with a low of 55. It's going to be partly sunny and warmer. Yeah, we might have a little bit of clouds, a little possible shower or two Then going into Friday, it will be partly sunny, high of 74, low of 54. And as we've been saying all week, the Wednesday is going to be, the weekend's going to be very nice. Saturday, high of 74, low of 55, partly sunny and pleasant. Sunday, high of 77, low of 55, breezy with an afternoon thunderstorm. And that's going to be, so again, a little bit wet today, a little bit gloomy today, but we'll get through this. Clouds will pass over. Rain should be passing over today by about 2 o'clock, we believe. Sun should be peeking through again. And then going into the afternoon, it'll be nice and sunny again, but the high will probably be around 61.
And honestly, we need the rain. We're in such a drought.
The farmers need the rain.
Yeah.
You hear that all the
on
time.
the other side of the corn curtain.
Yeah.
Notice all of a sudden you get an accent when you do that. Like you can't help it.
I've been out there. I gotta say, I got some of that corn sweat on me. Corn sweat.
I'm gonna get you some bib overalls.
I've got bib overalls actually.
We should have a farm day. But no, I think I don't know how you're feeling, but I'm feeling kind of weird and off today.
It's not farm day.
It's not.
Today
it's not farm
is
day.
Weird Wednesday.
It is, and
we want everyone to share their weird stories, experiences, photos. You've got some, I've got some. But yes, we're going to go with it. We're just going to go with it.
We got signs. We've got town names. We've got animal stories. But I think I predicted, because I'm feeling very weird today. Between the allergy, weirder than normal.
Excuse me, define normal.
Well, okay, yeah, that's okay. I'm just gonna stop right now because I'm feeling off, and I think I predicted this, by I manifested the Weird Wednesday between the allergies, and I was telling Ella when I got here that I turned on the AC in the old RV last night because it was kind of hot and stuffy, and I thought, you know what, it's gonna rain. I'm not gonna be able to breathe. The weasel meter is gonna be off the chart. And I forgot that the one in the bedroom sounds like a turbojet. So I turned it on, it kicked on, and I immediately was like, God, that sounds like a turbojet. And then every time it woke me up, I went to the song Baby's Got Back. Because I thought it said like a turbojet, but Elliot corrected me and it said turbo vet. But either way, I wake up kind of like, oh, I'm awake. But then I kind of giggle for a second. So I got to go down like a turbojet. Like, no, stop, go back to sleep. So it's been kind of a strange evening. After a really good meal, I went to the Red Ox. Oh, I had some garlic chicken pasta and some lemon chicken rice soup.
Nice. I made myself beef fajitas for dinner yesterday. I broke out the cast iron pan.
Ooh.
A nice I'm telling you, if you get a cast iron pan, everything tastes. You can make practically anything in a cast iron.
Yeah, you
pan.
Season that bad boy, and you don't wash it. You never wash your cast iron pan.
You don't scrub it, is what? Yeah,
correct. You just kind of give it a wipe out.
Right.
Oh
man, the musical Tourette's. I can already tell.
Oh, it's gonna be a day. The caffeine and the albuterol. Do we have coffee in back? No.
We don't, but we do. I bought those pods.
The pods, okay.
The pods, you can eat some.
Sweet. I don't even know if I really need any. It's all kicking in.
Well, hopefully you won't need the assistance of Vasselli Law.
No, I hope not.
Who are the sponsors of the WRMN Morning Show. Vasselli Law, specializing in municipal, real estate, and corporate law, and proudly serving Northern Illinois. You can visit them at 2021 Midwest Road, Suite 200 in Oak Brook, or right over here, literally across the street from us.
Literally. I think if you could have been watching the morning last week when I realized 11 Douglas Street was directly across the street.
Right.
You would have seen the light bulb go on. I looked at Ellie and I go, we're always saying down there.
Down there. I keep thinking down there, but it's right there.
Yeah, well, the tree leaves are in the way now, but it wasn't. And I was like, wait, 11 is there.
Literally across the street.
Literally.
At Suite 271 in Elgin. You can call the offices of Vasselli Law at 630-931-8225. Again, 630-931-8225. Or visit jmvchicagolaw.com. Again, that's JMV Chicago Law for Vasselli Law. Proud sponsors of the WRMN morning show.
So when you cooked your fajitas did you just do it on the stove or did you?
Yeah, it was on a stovetop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I had the best chicken. I went with my friend Dave. He had a nice filet. I took a bite. He shared. It was delicious. Yeah, it was really good. And a whole bunch of people were coming in.
Glad Dave shares.
He does.
That's good.
I bet he would even share a French fry with me because I would share a French fry with him.
Oh, well, okay. If you have that kind of a relationship, then great. If there's an assumption, of sharing fries, he didn't go into. Okay, let's just set the standard.
He didn't have fries last night.
They go. Did he go? Hey, would you want some steak, or do you gonna want to try some of mine? And then did you go?
No,
I don't think so. I want a salad. I've got to watch my carbs. You didn't do that, did you?
No.
Okay, well then there we go.
I had a giant trough of pasta in front of me.
There you go.
And Peter, the bartender, I said, I need a box. He goes, did you even eat any of it? I mean, it's a literal trough of pasta. I've got enough pasta for 2 more days.
The trough of pasta.
Super garlicky and chickeny and delightful.
There we go.
I shared. Would you like a bite of mine to try?
But then,
my friend Kathy walks up. She sits down next to me, opens my to-go box. She's like, this is the kind of friendship we have. Pulled out a piece of chicken and ate it.
No.
And I said, was it good? She's like, it's really, really good. So,
if you have communal food, that's fine. I mean, I guess if you serve the pasta in a trough, that's the implication that it's communal. We're all gonna hey, and it doesn't go in a to-go bag; it goes in a feed bag that you strap to your face.
Literally, it could have. There's so much. So, people, I'm telling you, if you cross the corn curtain, head out to the Red Ox. Their food is amazing every time. Never had a bad meal. Their soup is great. Peter and Demetra do a great job. But yeah, pasta, you got like 3 days worth of meals.
Yeah, that's good. Well, to me, again, it's always the principle of it. I don't mind sharing as long as there's the understanding that you will be asking at some point.
Yeah, I didn't even ask. It was just offered. So there. There we go. Elliot's. I'm going to start keeping an account every day. Elliot Sy. Hashtag one Elliot Sy.
Man, I'm telling you. Again, and that's fine. I'll die on that hill. I will die on that hill. You can put a cross with me on it.
I'll make a cross out of French fries.
Really, a French fry cross, and then put on the tombstone. He died on this hill. As small as it was, he died on this hill.
It's okay. You know what? We still love you, Elliot.
Well, thank you. You know what else I got? I will say this. There's always a thing I can do.
Oh.
I can always mute you before we go to a break, to a morning break. Why didn't I think of that sooner? I could just, whenever she starts going into these things, I can just mute her. I mean, wouldn't it be great if you had a mute button for that partner that just couldn't let up? Wouldn't that be great? Man, guys, fellas, I think I hit on something.
I think I solved all the relational. Forget any relational problem you ever had. Don't even go to therapy.
Yeah, that's muting her again. I didn't want to hear this. I'm just going to go to the break. And when we come back, we'll talk about what else is going on. I've got morning sports, news, headlines. What was that?
And all the weirdness for Let's Hear Weird Wednesday.
All right, folks. We'll be back right after this break.
Get ready for Around the House every Saturday night from 5 to 7 p.m. on WRMN AM 1410. If you're a homeowner or contractor looking to tackle those projects that feel a bit too big, this is the show for you. Join Eric along with his knowledgeable guests as they dive deep into everything from DIY renovations to creating a healthy home environment. We'll provide you with the tools and tips you need to complete your projects with confidence and ease. But it's not all work and no play. We believe in having fun. Our passion for home improvement shines through as we help you save time, money, and reduce the stress of DIY. So whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, don't miss Around the House. Tune in every Saturday night and let's tackle those home projects together.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2025 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aids.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
I always had to be so good, no one could ignore me. Carve my path with data and drive. But some people only see who I am on paper. The paper ceiling, the limitations from degree screens to stereotypes that are holding back over 70 million stars. Workers skilled through alternative routes, rather than a bachelor's degree. It's time for skills to speak for themselves. Find resources for breaking through barriers at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
Most people out here think that taking care of one another is important. And most people would step up for a neighbor going through a tough time. Most people around here help out friends and family when they need it. But the funny thing is, most of us won't look for help when we need it. If you're struggling with mental health, you should know that there are resources out there that can help. And it's okay to talk about it if you need to. One place to get started with information is loveyourmindtoday.org. Loveyourmindtoday.org offers a range of guides, instructions, and insights for dealing with difficult situations or getting through a tough time. If you're struggling with mental health, get the help you need, because most people out here really care. Visit loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
And we are back. This is the WRMN Morning Show with Susie C.
Good morning.
And me, Elliot Serrano, the L train. Whoop, whoop. Getting off to a soggy, wet morning, which it's going to happen. It's not so bad. It looks like it's letting up outside. And little sprinkles there. I always like seeing the birds bouncing around in the rain. That's always really
Oh,
cute.
man, when I pulled out of my driveway at the Mobile Marriott, there's 2 huge puddles. And I don't know how many birds were just having at it. It was super cute. They were like, best day ever.
Mm.
That wind kicked up last night. I was about to go to sleep, and that wind kicked up.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what is happening? Toto, we're not in Kansas anymore. And my dog was at daycare all day yesterday. She could care less. We could have blown away, and she was just sleeping on her pillow in my bed like dunzo. Yeah, she had it rough, rough day at daycare, playing with your friends all day. And then they had the pools. They had the kiddie pools out. And, yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah.
My dog, yeah, she's usually at home alone. Generally, I watch her on the webcam. But before I went to bed last night, I went out to the patio to make sure that everything that was out there was secured.
You have a camera too.
Well, yeah, I have lots of cameras. But it's funny too. I have an outdoor rug for her. She likes to lie down on the cement, so I got one of those outdoor rugs. And that thing just kept blowing away. I had to keep getting it, pulling it back, putting it, setting it down. And it got all wet last night. So now it's like almost cemented to the floor.
Yeah. So everything I said I would never do, like for a dog, I do.
You do it?
Oh, she goes to well, she usually only goes to daycare once a week. But if I have a super long Tuesday going on, I'll take her on Tuesday. And it's not expensive. It's absolutely well worth it because she's toast the next day. I got to carry her to put her in her crate because she hates going, and she just hangs like a limp rag because she hates it. But today I carried her in, and she just kind of looked at me like, yeah, I'm done.
Well, speaking of done. We're looking right now at the Bears' chances of getting a stadium in the city of Chicago. The state of Illinois did not approve anything in the current budget resolution. So the idea of there being a Bears stadium in Chicago has been delayed at best killed at worst. They are refocusing on Arlington Heights, and some neighboring suburbs are also putting in some competitive bids. And during Bears mandatory minicamp, quarterback Caleb Williams and wide receiver Rome Odunze showcased some strong chemistry. Running back DeAndre Swift is adapting well to offensive coordinator Ben Johnson's system. It's still the first day, the first couple days of the camp. The full mini camp won't be starting until later. Tight end Cole Kmet remains optimistic despite competition from rookie draft pick Colston Loveland. Ben Johnson's known for 2 tight end sets, so that shouldn't be an issue. And defensive coordinator Dennis Allen is implementing his defensive strategies. This should be interesting considering the defense was what it was, primarily because of the previous head coach. Bears legend Charles Peanut Tillman, good guy. I've met him.
Charles Peanut?
Peanut Tillman, and creator. He didn't create the peanut punch, that bit where when you run up to a guy carrying a ball and you punch at it to knock it out to cause a fumble. He's gotten pretty much credit for it. He popularized it. But Charles Peanut Tillman has expressed confidence in Williams' potential, predicting significant improvements in his second year. The Chicago Blackhawks rising star Connor Bedard declined an invitation to join Team Canada at the 2025 IIHF World Championships, choosing to focus on his off-season training and development. And then the big news that went around yesterday was that Chicago Fire owner Joe Mansueto announced plans for a new 22,000-seat privately funded soccer stadium in the South Loop's the 78 development. Construction is expected to begin later this year or early next year. He was very vocal about how stadiums should be privately funded, saying that they are not great investments for local governments. Chicago Cubs continue their winning streak with defeating the Washington Nationals yesterday 8-3. Michael Busch led the offense, going 3 for 4 with a walk, 3 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. Starting pitcher Cade Horton improved to 3-0, allowing 3 runs over 5 1/3 innings. And the Chicago White Sox ended a 4-game losing streak with an 8-1 victory over the Detroit Tigers. Shane Smith pitched 5 1/3 scoreless innings, allowing 3 hits and striking out 6. Michael A. Taylor contributed a 3-run homer and 4 RBIs. This win marked the White Sox first home victory against the Tigers since June 4th, 2023. The White Sox will host the Tigers again tonight at 7:40 p.m. at the rate, and you can hear that game here on the official home of the Chicago White Sox in the Fox River Valley, WRMN, AM 1410.
And my sports contribution, I thought I heard this morning that the Sox are looking to build a new field.
They've been talking about that, yes. Okay. In fact, that area where
the Sky, they're going to fight.
Well,
it's going to be a rumble.
There was supposed to, actually, it's where the Fire are now putting that stadium. That was supposed to, they were talking about either it being a joint stadium or 2 stadiums, separate stadiums, Yes, there has been talk of that. The political, as they say, implications, and let's just say people now these days just aren't as keen on taxpayer money going towards sports stadiums where, the teams, don't get me wrong. I think that I love sports. I love sports, right. I think it's great. It's entertainment. That's what it is. But if, they're making billions of dollars. These teams make billions of dollars. Why can't they fund their own stadiums is my thing.
I agree. That's why I kind of brought it up. That's where I was going.
It's very good, though. All right. When we come back, we're going to get into some of the weird Wednesday news.
We got some stuff.
We got stuff. Send us your pictures, your stories to the text line 505-926-1410, or drop it here on the YouTube chat. We'll open up the phone lines at 7 o'clock. 505-926-1410. Send us your stories and photos, and we'll share out after the break.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Wendy's. A plan to build a large Hindi temple complex, community center, and residential development on Elgin's west side will proceed to the city council, even though it failed to gain support from the Planning and Zoning Commission. The proposed project by Umaya Mataji Sastha Chicago Midwest, 231,000 square foot temple, a 125-foot dome, and an 81-unit apartment building, along with 38 townhomes. Efforts to plug a $771 million funding gap in Chicago area public transit have stalled, raising concerns over possible 40% cuts to CTA, Metra, and PACE services. Kane County officials united in Geneva to protest a bill siphon a portion of RTA sales tax revenue, $27 million of which supports county infrastructure and public safety. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Here's comedian Howie Mandel for hands-free Cozy Fit Skechers slip-ins.
Yeah, I'm holding a new Cozy Fit Skechers slip-in sneaker, and first of all, I barely know I'm holding it. It's that light. You see, Cozy Fit is a cool new sneaker where the upper is made of a soft quilted material. It's kind of like a little puffer jacket for your feet, except it looks like a super stylish sneaker.
Introducing new Cozy Fit Skechers slip-ins, the latest comfort creation from Skechers. You can find Cozy Fit Skechers slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Now there's a new way to take charge of your blood sugar. Introducing new Garlic Healthy Blood Sugar Formula from the makers at the nation's best-selling garlic supplement. New Garlic helps maintain healthy blood sugar levels with clinically supported levels of garlic, plus a custom blend of vitamins and minerals, and it's odor-free. Take charge of your blood sugar with new Garlic Healthy Blood Sugar Formula. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
At Britain's Touchless Car Wash, they know life gets busy. That's why they're here 24/7 to keep your car looking spotless, fast, and easy. Their advanced brush-free wash technology delivers a sparkling clean without a single scratch, because they treat your car like it's their own. Here's the best part. Right now, you can get a free car wash just for joining their text club. It's simple. Just text BRITT to 30400, and your first wash is on them. Britain's Touchless Car Wash has two convenient locations, 1923 Larkin Avenue in Elgin and 555 Willow in West Dundee. They're proud to keep your car clean while giving back to our community. Text BRITT to 30400. That's BRITT to 30400. Now for your free car wash, and see why Britain's Touchless Car Wash is the fast, gentle, and reliable choice.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. Today, rain likely with a high near 63. This afternoon, a chance of rain showers and patchy smoke. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low around 53. Looking ahead to tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high near 74. Currently, it is 66 with moderate drizzle. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Huge news. Right now at Wendy's, you can get a Son of Baconator for just $3. I don't think you understand this situation. The Son of Baconator is only $3 for a limited time. You know, smoked bacon, rich melted cheese. That Son of Baconator is only $3. Thank you to whoever wished upon that star. For bacon that just won't quit, gotta be Wendy's.
U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii, not valid in a combo or in third-party delivery platforms.
Back to the show that keeps your mornings moving. It's the WRMN Morning Show. More talk, more laughs, and probably more trouble. Filled with weird news, listener shout-outs, and just enough structure to stay on the air. It's the WRMN Morning Show. Let's go.
And we are back. This is the WRMN Morning Show with Susie C.
Good morning.
And me, the L Train. It's 6:36 on this soggy Wednesday morning, June the 4th. And hello, First Shifters.
Good morning. And a lot of you have checked in. Of course, our beautiful Linda Carter was first in at 12:02. Boss Lady sent in some fun, weird things. Let's see. Then over here, first in, Hector Soto says, good morning, L Train, Susie C, the First Sisters from Hector Soto, Ninny Rose, Jeremiah, Uncle Boom Boom in the house with some prayers. Miss Linda Carter is on the YouTube as well. And then she also says, good morning, Susie and L Train. Fast Eddie, you got a long commute. It's raining. Be safe. He says, good morning, Susie C, L Train, and all the First Shifters. Have a good day. What else we got? Everyone keep dry from Miss Linda Carter. We got No Nickname John. I'm not reading it. I'm saying good morning, but not reading it.
That's a good one.
Oh, my God. Elliot's already laughing. You've got to wait till 7:30. I'm not looking at it. Oh, my God. Seriously?
This one is also Susie.
Okay, good. So, Miss... I didn't read it. I refuse. I'm not doing it.
It's legit a good joke.
Okay. I have not. That's really good. I like that. Oh, my God. Good morning, man. Happy Wednesday. Have a great day with plenty of extra sunshine on this rainy day from Becky Blue. I can't. With lots and lots of sunshine. Keith K, have a great day, Shifters. Mark Ellis, you, me, and Susie C. He also says, join hands, people. We're on the L train. People all over the world, join hands. Yeah, and then he says, bring back the radio shopping show. But unfortunately, it's cheaper to use Groupon, and it's too much for the people that it's just a lot. You know, you want an explanation? Call off the air. But it's cheaper to use Groupon. We started out today. Let's see. Today is 68 days ASB after Susie began. We are 23 days wet, and we're actually really wet. It's with the L train. We started out with one.
Which is ironic considering yesterday was Sahara Dryness Day.
You were the Sahara air layer. You were the Sahara air layer.
Very dry.
In the immortal words of Elliot, nothing gets moist around him.
Nope.
Anyway, we started out with 111,082 prayers, and we're
like a mouthful
today.
Of sand. I'm telling you.
Oh my gosh! Yep, that was a whole bit yesterday, and you are getting another shirt.
Yeah. If you didn't see the shirt yesterday, you can always go to our Facebook page.
Yes.
My personal philosophy about sharing fries is expressed on that shirt. Which is to say, if you're not following us on Facebook,
you should.
Yeah, there's a lot of content there that you're missing out on. And of course, for those of you who are watching us on our socials, mainly our YouTube page, thank you so much for being here, for commenting, for following. If you're coming across our show for the first time,
surprise!
Hey, we're a morning show, a morning radio show on YouTube. So you can be literally seen around the world in all time zones. If you're amused by this content that we're putting on, please be so kind, hit that subscribe button, and maybe get a little like and share.
Even if you're not amused, subscribe anyway.
Yeah, subscribe because at some point, odds are, I'm going to bet, as they say, a broken clock is right at least twice a day. We will give you a chuckle at least once or twice this week. So that would be great. And then, of course, if you're listening to us on the stick, so to speak, driving to work, going back and forth, getting yourself going, thank you so much for listening. If you've discovered us for the first time, we're here to amuse you and get your day off get your day off to a start with a smile. And then you can carry us anywhere with you by listening to either, if you're on an iPhone, use the artisanal WRMN radio app.
Artisanal. We're fancy. We're fancy.
Or if on an Android phone, you can get us on TuneIn.
TuneIn.
In fact, if you have a smart speaker at home, just tell your smart speaker, play WRMN.
Do it. Let's see if anybody's smart... Hi, do it again. See if anybody's smart speaker kicks on.
Alexa, play WRMN AM 1410.
Okay, let's see if anybody's turned on. Let us know.
And then you go, hey, Google, play WRMN 1410 on TuneIn.
My phone did not hear you,
Yeah,
but I'm surprised because it's done it before.
It's done it before. So again, you can take us anywhere, and as always, we are here to provide a voice to folks around the Fox River Valley. We are a community radio station. We're not owned by a big corporate media conglomerate. We are it's a local station with local talent, local ownership. We rely entirely on the support of the community. The ads that you hear on the station here, that helps keep the lights on around the studios here. So if you are interested in advertising, your ads can be heard again on the stick, so to speak. Our signal reaches 1.15 million households throughout the Fox River Valley. And we have the Chicago White Sox. We have all types of programming. Of course, we have the morning show. We have Out to Lunch with Matt McNeil, middle of the day. Talk Time with Tammy, the local community hour in the middle of the day. We've got the Apolitical Talk Show from 4 to 6 p.m. We've got Big Top Sports.
Hey, what happens on Friday?
On Fridays, yes.
What happens on Friday?
And Fridays, 2 to 4, our very own Dean DeLaley has Dino's Night Out. That's a spotlight on local events, things that are going on around the Fox River Valley. I'm telling you, if you go to our YouTube page, and you can see an archive of previous shows. And if you go to Dino's Night Out, he's had bands in here. He's had singers. Oh, my goodness. There'll be times they just set up in the studio and play music.
Yeah.
This is the kind of stuff that we're doing here again.
I'm sending him more.
Send them more. And so if you're interested in what's going on you're planning a weekend, you're trying to figure out, hey, what am I going to do? Listen to Dino's Night Out again Fridays from 2 to 4 p.m. And then you can also catch all his shows on the YouTube channel, as well as listen to them on the app, the artisanal Apple app.
The artisanal, I like that word.
TuneIn app.
And then Thursday from 8:35 till 9, we have Plan Your Weekend with Kat. And she always comes in with some great things, not necessarily in the Elgin area. We told her we want outside because, you guys, a lot of you live in Elgin, and we talk about Elgin all the time. So we want outside. And she texted me yesterday and said she's got a lot of really great stuff coming up for the weekend. So be ready, pen and paper, Thursday between 8:30 and 9, and I'll post what I can of what's going on around the Elgin area.
Which is to emphasize that we want to feature the entire Fox River Valley. I mean, yes, we're located in Elgin, and we do tend to do a lot beyond, right? We want to be able to be a voice to everyone within the reach of our signal, which is very wide. So if you have events that you want to promote, if there are things that you want to share with the community, you are welcome to, of course, send us a press release. Press releases can be sent to info@WRMN1410.com. Again, that's info @WRMN1410.com. That goes to our main office email address, and then we can go through that and again make those announcements as needed. So give us a little lead time though for some of these things. And you know what? You can come in if you have a business and you want to be featured. You want to come in for a day. We can have you. We do that on Mondays. It's our small business spotlight. 8:30 to 9 on Mondays. You come into the studio, talk about your business, and then we can, give you that little interview that you can share on your social media. You want to talk about advertising with us? We have incredibly affordable rates when it comes to advertising on our station, and again, help you increase your visibility throughout the Fox River Valley. And then I'm telling you, this is community radio. I can't stress it enough. This station can only keep going with the support of the community. I'll let you all in on a little secret here. People think that when you run a radio station, like you got money, buckets of money coming in and out.
Wait, there's not?
No, there's not.
Oh, okay.
There's money.
Not buckets.
Not buckets. And
falling from the sky.
No, and we certainly could use a little more, and we certainly could use.
Couldn't we all?
We could certainly use a little more to keep. Again, we like to keep the lights on. We like to keep the shows going. We like to keep everybody, contributing to this station. But we can only do that with community support. So that's.
You know what today is?
Today.
Do you know what today is?
Is it Weird Wednesday?
Let's hear Weird Wednesday. Did you know that at some point they used mouse halves for warts?
Wait, mouse
halves.
Like a half a mouse?
You like half a mouse.
You take a half a mouse and you use it
put
for
it on
your
your warts. I found that to be weird.
I'd like to know who got the idea. Go, you know what? I don't care for mice, but I'm sure that if I had half a mouse, it would take care of my warts.
There's a lot of things I have questions about the first time that people did things, but that's more for a late night talk show.
Well, I mean, technically, we're still pretty early in the morning, and for some places it is like late night talk.
Yeah. And that might happen. You never know. But yeah, half.
How would you use a half a mouse to treat a wart? What would you actually do with the mouse?
I don't know. Do you put it on? Like it didn't have instructions. Like, could you go to the pharmacist and say, listen, I'm having this outbreak of warts, like on my hand. I'd like to order a half a mouse.
Is it like?
And the pharmacist goes back and takes a dead mouse and with a hatchet and goes, here, slap that on there for 2 days, you're good.
I mean, you get it's like the back half, the front half,
sides. I don't know.
Is it like?
If any of you have ever used a mouse to cure warts, can you let us know? I found that one to be very, very odd.
Yeah, I do. That's like when back in the day where, oh, you've got the fevers. We're going to bleed you with leeches, and they just put leeches on.
Oh, I read about that too. They called it. It was called vampire something, but yeah, where they would bleed you.
Bleed you. It was like we're going to bleed the spirits out of you,
So it'd take a lot of bleeding me. Get rid of all the spirits that are in here. Oh wait, I'm talking whiskey, vodka, those kind of spirits.
Oh man. Oh man.
Dun.
All right. Well, I'm going to go with a different weird, some different weird stories. And again, this is kind of like, news of this is Weird Wednesday. We want you to share. It could be kooky stuff, spooky stuff,
things that happen to you, street signs, towns.
Well, here's one, and again, this one's going out. I got a couple stories today. These are going out to Marky B.
Yeah,
who loves
Marky B. I hope you're listening because this is a good crime story.
I got a couple here, but this one's like something that would have happened in freaking Florida, but it actually happened in Charlotte, North Carolina. Mom allegedly attacks principal and superintendent after being called to school for what? Daughter fighting. A parent is accused of attacking two administrators at a middle school in Charlotte, North Carolina, while she was at the school regarding her daughter's involvement in a fight. Can you imagine that? Mom, I got caught. Man, Rosie said that I smelled like old tuna cans. And I told her she better take that back. And then she said, you smell like old cans of corned beef hash. She did what?
You are terrifying me this morning.
And then a fight breaks out. Ma'am, we're here to talk to you about your child. Your child has been getting into fights. What does mom say? No, she denies it.
Not my kid.
I have a friend of mine. He's a school superintendent. I won't say his name because I'm going to protect him because he does share certain stories. He goes, it's always the parents of the problem kids that deny it the most. They're like, you call them in and say, hey, look, your son's having problems here. Your daughter's having problems there. And they're like, no, that's right. It's not my kid. No, that's not them. That's not them.
See, my kids had a lot of problems in school, and I would get a call every day from the counselor, and I'd be like, good morning, Mr. Roberts. Which one today?
See, but you accepted
what was I going to do?
Yeah.
Argue and go, no, they're not? No, they, it was a lot. That's why I have a lot of gray hair. They're really good now. My kids are really good now, but we went through a trial period there where mom was losing her mind.
But again, they say the apple sometimes doesn't fall very far from the tree. So that
just didn't get caught.
Really?
Yeah.
I always got caught.
I didn't.
I was terrible. That's why I behaved most of the time, because every time I misbehaved, I got caught.
You have a Puerto Rican mama.
Oh,
Does
man.
she got a set of shoes to knock you upside the head with?
It wasn't the shoes. No fue en zapatos. It was the chancla. You got the chancla.
Oh, what is that?
The slippers. So here's the thing. When it came to the chancla, you wanted mom to be the one who got you with the chancla.
Not dad.
Not dad. Because my mom had this little fuzzy, floppy slipper that when she smacked you with it, it was like getting smacked with a wet noodle. Like bing, bong, it just bounced off
And you act like it hurt though.
And you had, but you had to put on the dramatics. No, please, no, I'm sorry. Oh, there, pop, 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 pop. No. That was his mom. Now, Dad, on the other hand, Dad had these cheap, thick, stiff plastic chanclas, house slippers that they literally had like this waffle cone kind of pattern underneath. So when he hit you with it, you had a waffle pattern on your behind afterwards. And that one, there were no dramatics needed there. That one, you felt it. You're like, ah.
And what kind of things did you get caught doing that you got paddled for?
I'll tell you something.
Young Elliot.
I look back on that and I go, man, I was just a stinker. I was just.
Did you like to poke the bear, so to speak?
Man, I was constantly doing stupid stuff, bratty stuff, like just stuff that I should know. But when you're a kid, you're like, my favorite was always Dad to give you the first smack and you start crying. He goes, "Oh, you want to cry? I'll give you a reason to cry."
Cry about that was, oh my God, I used to hear all the time. You want, go ahead and cry because I will give you something to cry about. And I'm like, you already did. That's why I'm crying.
Anyway, so yeah, I always wanted a chancla from mom, not so much from dad. And then, and generally, you never wanted to tick mom off when there was anything within reach. That if she didn't have her chancla, something else she got you. I once got a broomstick to the head once. just pop, right on the head.
But just like to knock a little sense into you.
And I was like, yay. And I got that's called a chicharron. It's when you get the bump on there.
Yeah.
You call it a chicharron.
Yeah.
I had one of those for a bit.
So you get in trouble, you go running for the slipper and go, "Here, Mom."
Oh my God. Okay. This is totally not, this is totally not, this is the funniest thing ever. Not a Weird Wednesday story, but hey, we're going down this rabbit hole. There was one time when we were going to get spanked. My little brother thought he was clever and he put on 3 pairs of pants. And he
got more trouble, didn't he?
Yeah, but what happens? He got put on 3 pairs of pants because he knew he was going to get it. My dad gave him the whackata, with the belt.
Yeah.
And he didn't cry. In fact, he started to laugh. And my dad's going, "Why aren't you crying?" And my brother, why he did this, I'll never understand.
He admitted it.
He said, "Oh, I got 3 pairs of pants on." And we're like, "You idiot. Why did you're supposed to, again, the dramatics, act like it hurts." And then he goes, "No." I go, "Well," my dad said, "You take those off." He legit started crying at that point.
Dummy. I would have been flailing, sobbing.
Exactly.
All the dramatics.
Many an Oscar and Emmy were won.
How many of you guys heard, "Just wait till your dad gets home"?
Oh, man.
I did not, thankfully. But any of you, I was scared of my mom. I remember when my mom smoked, and I remember when my mom found my cigarettes, because, I was a young punk and I was going to smoke. And I remember my mom looking at me dead in the eye, and she said, "If I see you walking down the street with your friends with a cigarette hanging out of your mouth, I'm going to put it out on your tongue." I was terrified. I'd walk around smoking, hiding behind bushes and trees. There'd be car. I would just whip my cigarette and be like, "Okay, it's not my mom. Go back and get it." I was terrified, but then I looked at her and I go, "You would do that, but you smoke."
Yeah, it's the whole thing. Don't do as I say, do as I do, right? But I mean, I think that I do want to say at this point, can we say that spanking doesn't work?
Yeah, I'm looking at you right now and going, "Yes, spanking does not work."
Because my youngest brother never got spanked, and he came out just fine.
Yeah,
he heard the stories of the rest of us getting spanked, but he never
knew
got
better.
spanked. And add to that, he's not, he went to law school, he went to the Army, he works for the state of Illinois. He makes more money than the rest of us. So, I mean, again, spanking, let's be honest, spanking doesn't work. If anything, just being consistent with your kids, being firm but fair, setting boundaries, that's really what works.
I think the only time I spanked my one daughter, she kept putting her fingers in the fan. And I kept pulling her hand out, and I'd smack it, and she did it again. And finally, I was like, "You're going to get your fingers chopped off." And I hauled off one crack. She never put her fingers in the fan again.
I say let her put the fingers in the fan and let her get the finger chopped off. And that's how you learn your lesson. Like the kids.
She was like 2.
That's how you
3
learn.
years old.
That's how you learn.
I'm getting my, you know what? I got a chancla right here. I'm getting it. I'm getting it.
You know me? I was like when you put your fingers in the wall socket. Yeah, that was my bit.
Right here.
One time. Yeah, that was like kind of like my mom's, but that one's a little stiffer than my mom's was.
Be scared. Be very afraid, Elliot. I'm calling your mom.
Oh, no, wait. I should have done this when you pulled out your chancla.
Oh, my gosh. Well, you could be like the naked Florida man that was discovered eating ramen in a restaurant while police were searching for a different burglar that ate chicken wings.
Is that like the Naked Bandits?
It's something. I don't even know, but what is wrong with people?
Again, this is Florida.
It was probably where. So where do you think he was eating naked ramen? Like in the Waffle House?
Well, it was probably at the counter of the ramen. I mean, there's my favorite ramen place, Zen Ramen in Streamwood, right over there in Irving Park. I like going there. I like sitting at the counter. But I'll tell you, the problem with eating ramen when you're naked, splash.
I was gonna say, if it's hot soup, that's kind of it's a little scary.
And a lot of those depending on what you get, if you like a nice hot spicy tonkatsu, that's a good one.
Ooh,
I would say
I'm gonna have to come out for ramen.
Yeah. Well, yeah, hot ramen. That's the name of my new.
I was supposed to say your garage band.
My garage band, hot ramen.
Hot ramen. Let's all go see the hot ramen. Woo!
We're gonna be. We're essentially one of those band karaoke bands. One of those karaoke bands.
Yeah.
That's what we are. Hot ramen, and we'll sing everything, and you can just be our front person.
Love it.
All right, we're going to go to hey, that's the end of the first hour.
It is. Wow, that one went quick.
We started with Weird Wednesday and started getting into Whoopin' Wednesday.
Whoop your ass Wednesday. Let's AZZ.
Let's get back into the weird. Let's get away from the child abuse and then go into.
Let's go back to. Okay, we're going back to Let's Hear Weird Wednesday.
Please, let's have some fun here on the WRMN Morning Show.
The Moose Lodge 799 in Elgin is a place to connect with family, friends, and your community. Moose Lodge 799 is conveniently located at 925 South McLean Boulevard, and they offer fun family activities, exciting community service projects, and live entertainment on the weekends. At Moose Lodge 799, you'll find a place to relax, make new friends, and be part of something bigger, like supporting the kids of Moose Heart. Doors at Moose Lodge 799 open at 2 p.m. Tuesday through Friday and at 11 a.m. on Saturday and Sunday. Join a welcoming group of members who share a passion for good times and giving back. Call 847-741-0799. That's 847-741-0799 for more information or stop by and see what they are all about. Moose Lodge 799 in Elgin, where family, friends, and community are always invited to join.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 7 o'clock.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Wendy's. A plan to build a large Hindi temple complex, community center, and residential development on Elgin's west side will proceed to the City Council, even though it failed to gain support from the Planning and Zoning Commission. The proposed project by Yomaya Mutaji Sastha Chicago Midwest, 231,000 square foot temple, a 125-foot dome, and an 81-unit apartment building, along with 38 townhomes. Efforts to plug a $771 million funding gap in Chicago area public transit have stalled, raising concerns over possible 40% cuts to CTA, Metra, and PACE services. Kane County officials united in Geneva to protest a bill siphon a portion of RTA sales tax revenue, $27 million of which supports county infrastructure and public safety. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Curdan.
Huge news. Right now at Wendy's, you can get a Son of Baconator for just $3. I don't think you understand this situation. The Son of Baconator is only $3 for a limited time. You know, smoked bacon, rich melted cheese. That Son of Baconator is only $3. Thank you to whoever wished upon that star. For bacon that just won't quit, gotta be Wendy's.
U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii, not valid on a combo or in third-party delivery platforms.
What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud Phone System. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very
calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to handle the busy holiday season, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Women's College World Series is set. It'll be number 12 Texas Tech battling number 6 Texas. The Red Raiders ousted number 2 and defending champion Oklahoma with a 3-2 win on Monday, while the Longhorns eliminated the Tennessee Volunteers with a 2-0 win. All-time, Texas holds a 56-11 record over the Red Raiders. Neither team has won a national softball title. It's the third time in the past 4 years that Texas has advanced to the final. They lost to Oklahoma in 2022 and 2024. College baseball regional elimination games Monday. LSU beat Little Rock 10-6. Miami over Southern Miss 5-4. Oregon State shut out USC 9-0. North Carolina 14-4 over Oklahoma. Murray State upset Ole Miss 12-11. Tennessee beat Wake Forest 11-5. Bundle auto and home, renters, or condo and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Now more than ever, Lowe's knows you don't just want a low price, you want the lowest price. And with our lowest price guarantee, you can count on us for competitive prices on all your home improvement projects. If you find a qualifying lower price somewhere else on the same item, we'll match it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Price match applies the same item, current price at qualifying retailers. Exclusions and terms apply. Learn how we'll match price at Lowe's.com/lowest price guarantee.
Testing.
We're live from Chick-fil-A.
This is Grant.
And this is Laura.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich is that sweet bun.
And that chicken filet was perfectly crispy and soft at the same time.
And that Smokehouse Barbecue sauce, it's a lot of fun. And the brown sugar bacon definitely had a little bit more pizzazz. Also, the Mac, one of the all-time greats. Man, I'm getting hungry.
Order the Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich and a Coca-Cola on the Chick-fil-A app for a limited time.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. Today, rain likely with a high near 63. This afternoon, a chance of rain showers and patchy smoke. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low around 53. Looking ahead to tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high near 74. Currently, it is 66 with moderate drizzle. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Huge news. Right now at Wendy's, you can get a Son of Baconator for just $3. I don't think you understand this situation. The Son of Baconator is only $3 for a limited time. You know, smoked bacon, rich melted cheese. That Son of Baconator is only $3. Thank you to whoever wished upon that star. For bacon that just won't quit, gotta be Wendy's.
U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii, not valid on a combo or in third-party delivery platform.
Join your co-hosts Mike Tooman and Paul Burvitt on our weekly radio hour, Chief Guard of the Republic, where we talk about all things national security, defense, personal security, safety, and dealing with law enforcement situations. Call in 847-931-1410. Ask us questions. We will get you answers. Every week, Saturday, noon to 1 on 1410 AM WRMN Elgin. Streaming on WRMN1410.com. Chat with us on WRMN's YouTube live channel.
Bender Dental Care, located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin.
Bender Dental wants everyone to be informed, appreciated, and cared for at all times. To prove it, they now offer a new patient exam for just $29. That includes consult, x-ray, exam, and cleaning. Let Bender Dental help you have healthy teeth and gums for a lifetime. Located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Visit BenderDentalCare.com.
Live from Fox River Valley, this is the WRMN Morning Show. You bring the coffee, we'll bring the chaos.
You need to collect yourself.
I'm collecting myself. Oh my gosh.
Okay, let me take over here then. Good morning, everyone.
Very hard this morning.
We're back from our break. This is the WRMN Morning Show with Susie C.
Good morning.
And me, the L Train, Elliot Serrano. During the break, as we're prepping for the next hour, our very own Susie C goes through her different
socials,
her little channels. She's got things that go on a news feed, looking at the text line, looking at her own personal phone, and then things get kind of confuddled when she voice texts people, and then I have this feeling that by the end of this show, there are going to be a lot of folks who have a completely different view of our relationship than what it actually is. You know, I mean,
yeah,
I don't know, man.
It's a lot, but in a good way.
But you pull me into your madness. You pull me into your madness.
Welcome
and next
to everybody I know's world. They're like, "Why? How did I get here?"
Pulled into this madness, and next thing you know, I'm getting told, told things, and I'm like, yeah. Anyway, hey, it's 7:00. Yeah.
After the switcheroo, nothing should surprise you.
It was a kind of a Freaky Friday kind of deal.
It was.
Really, I did, living my life briefly as a female bartender. So.
Should we explain?
No.
Okay.
No, if people want to know what it was, they can go back.
Yeah,
or ask.
Because I'll tell you, it was
they can go back.
The funniest things I think I've ever done.
It's on the tape. You have to. Here's the thing: if you want to know the crazy stuff that goes on here on this morning show, you got to listen. And yeah, we encourage you, check out the YouTube. There's stuff we do what's called visual cues. Stuff that you don't get on the radio, stuff that you don't get on the app.
But we do share. We do, I do put a lot of your pictures.
Yes.
We have gotten some very weird pictures.
On the social media.
Yeah, yes. And I'll share it up on the Facebook.
On the Book of Faces.
Book of Faces.
So it is Wednesday morning, 7:09 on June the 14th. It is also what we're calling
Let's Hear Weird
Wednesday.
And we have prizes to give away for the weirder the better.
Yeah, if you have a good weird story that you want to share, or a photograph, or something amusing. We've gotten stuff already in on the text line. The people were sharing a couple things on the Facebook page. So yeah, we want to have a little fun this morning, engaging you, our listeners. So phone lines are open. You can call us at 847-931-1410. Again, that's 847-931-1410. Send us your stories or your pictures on the Image 360 line. That's 505-926-1410. That's 505-926-1410. And for those of you who are watching us on the YouTube, whether it's on your smart television, on your phone, on your computer, you can always comment as well in the chat box.
Absolutely. So let's hear Weird Wednesday. If any of you out there have ever used roasted buck liver for night blindness, I want to know.
Yeah, well, here's what you do.
First of all, you
got the
shoot a buck.
You got to get the buck liver. It's got to be fresh. And I say if the buck liver has been out more than a day or two,
It's no good anymore. You got to cure it right away. You got to cure it right away.
I didn't know. Did you eat it? Did you rub it in your eyes?
No,
like,
then, okay, here's the thing.
He knows. Grandpa L.
What you got to do is you got to squeeze it. Squeeze it like, like let's say you had an old towel or, an oil rag. You got to really squeeze it. And then those oils that come out of the buck liver, those make a poultice.
A poultice?
And with that poultice, you apply it on your eyes. And then after about, that's what Jesus did in the New Testament.
He wasn't night blind.
No, it wasn't night blind, but that helps you with your vision. And I'm telling you, you're going to see it. You're going to see what you could. Your 20/20 vision is going to become 40/50. I'm telling you.
40/50?
It's going to be 40/50 after a while.
Oh, a little 20 here, a little 40 there.
At night. At the daytime, it doesn't matter. It's only at night.
Okay, kids, do not try that at home. This is a bit. This is not for real. But they did back in the day somehow use roasted buck liver for night blindness.
Roasted buck liver. That sounds like something on a menu, like an app. Would you like a little? It's like at an outdoorsman themed restaurant. I'm like, let's see. I want the Huntsman's fries, the Bigfoot nachos, and okay. Can we do the roasted buck liver with that? And can I have 2? Because my date always says she doesn't want any, and then she ends up taking my roasted buck liver, so I want an extra.
Oh my gosh. No nickname John said he drove through a town called Booty. Like Booty, Boody.
Well, I'd be like,
are you going to Booty?
So if you call, here's my question:
Are you calling Booty?
If you call someone in Booty, is that a booty call? And does it?
We should call the town of Booty.
This is the booty call. The WRMN morning show booty call. There we go. Oh my God. Let's do that.
All right, I am going to, at the break, I'm going to look up said booty call and see if we could call Booty.
I'll tell you the
live on the air.
Worst thing in the world is making a booty call and going straight to voicemail. I'm telling you.
It's called the FU button.
It's called nope. Or you send out that text.
Hey, I need the button.
You send that text, hey, you up? And then you get
WYD. No. Absolutely not.
Yeah. So I'm just saying,
during the next break, I'm going to look up Booty. If we can actually, if they're open, if like the Booty Chamber of Commerce is open.
I sense a theme going through this morning. First, at the 6 o'clock hour, you were talking about the Baby Got Back song.
Yes.
And now in the 7 o'clock hour, we're talking about booty calls.
Yes, because we're calling Booty. I think it's in Missouri. I got to look, but yeah.
Or how about this? Is there anyone out there with the last name of Booty? If
we'll call you every morning.
It's time for your booty call.
Good morning.
Lord.
And then we talked. I found like some old words that or sayings like fiddlesticks. What? Who
fiddlesticks?
Who just went up with fiddlesticks?
There are plenty of words like that.
I know. Or what was what does that got to do with the price of onions? I mean, we all know what it means, but who's the first person that said it and go, I'm using that.
I get it.
I am using that.
My favorite is, what does that have to do with the price of tea in China?
Tea in China. That's what my grandma used to say. I'd be like, I don't know.
No, what does that have to do with the price of tea in China?
Right. And we knew what it meant.
What's going on? What is the price of tea in China?
Check the NASDAQ. What is the price of tea in China?
What's the exchange rate?
Or my grandma used to always say, and I'm not using this blasphemous, but it was always like, Jesus H. Christ. And then when I got older, I was like, and I went to church, I'm like, he doesn't have a middle name that starts with H.
It's holy. Jesus, holy Christ.
Oh, look at you just solved a 40-year-old mystery in my life.
Well, it's better than Hank.
That's what I always like, what?
Read the Gospels. It's in there.
It is H?
Yeah, Hank.
Okay. Gospel, which gospel?
The Gospel of Soliloquy.
Okay, I'm gonna make sure I've read the Bible.
It's the fifth gospel. The gospel that they don't talk about as much. There was a Judas, and then there's, soliloquy.
Yeah, I'm looking this up later.
Soliloquy was the
Bible.
one. Soliloquy was the one, the 14th apostle that just kept rambling on by themselves all the time. Hence their name.
Was that like a kind of a little dig to me? Rambling on all the time. Oh my goodness. So let's hear your weirdness. Let's hear Weird Wednesday is taking over the airwaves this morning. And we've got some good ones. I'm going to post a bunch of the pictures that have been sent in from people. But there is a picture that someone sent in. It looks like it's at a campground or something. And it's by a tree. And it's a sign. And it shows kind of like a geyser splashing up, right? It would be a geyser, and it said "Old Faithful."
Man.
I don't know where that one's at.
Man,
that's probably in Booty. It's in Booty.
Okay, hold on. Let's hold on. Where's the dump button? I don't want FCC.
No, we're behaving.
Yeah.
We can prove that these are all actual things.
Yeah, it's a geyser in the Booty. Yes,
and
of course.
Don't even get me started with Uranus, Missouri.
It's Uranus.
It's Uranus. Tomato, Uranus,
Potato.
It's all the same.
All this silly, weird talk is sponsored by.
Poor Jimmy is not sponsoring us today. He's calling me right now going, I am not sponsoring today. I'm not doing it.
He signed the contract.
Actually, he would actually be probably cracking up right now. We should have him on a Weird Wednesday.
We need to. Vaselli Law, specializing in municipal real estate and corporate law and proudly serving Northern Illinois. You can reach them at 630-931-8225. Again, 630-931-8225. Visit them at 2021 Midwest Road, Suite 200 in Oak Brook, or across the street here at 11 Douglas Street, Suite 271 in Elgin.
Literally. He's above the crepe and gelato and the shawarma.
I'm telling you, that's like the best office. I'd have crepes every morning.
Well, you know what the funny thing is? We are right across the street.
Right across the street.
Do they deliver across the street?
No.
On a break, I could go running over there.
Yeah, okay. I'm taking you up on that. Visit JMV Chicago Law for more information. Again, JMVChicagoLaw.com. Vaselli Law is a proud sponsor of the WRMN Morning Show.
And I'm sure he's very proud this morning with our booty call. We're calling Booty the town of Booty. While we're on break, I'm going to go look it up.
And then when we come back, we will also have the No Nickname John Bad Joke of the Day, which I'll admit, if you were watching in the first hour, it made me laugh.
You laughed hard.
It was a good joke.
I didn't read it.
You would have to seriously fumble this one to make it not funny.
Don't threaten me with a good time. You know I'm capable of fumbling it.
Oh, no.
All right, when we come back, No Nickname John's Bad Joke of the Day. Santa, I hope you're listening.
And more funny, weird news. This is the WRMN Morning Show with Susie C. and me, the L Train. Thank you for being with us. We'll be right back.
Good morning.
Tune in to Big Top Sports
with Derek Geyer every weeknight from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m.
He'll have sports thoughts from the center ring of Chicagoland and to the outer rings from across the nation.
Weather from Chicago Cubs,
White Sox,
Bulls,
Bears,
Blackhawks,
Stars,
Fire,
Boomers, whatever the national story is of the day.
Geyer and his sports czar takes will either have you nodding in agreement,
yelling at the radio,
or in all honesty,
a bit of both.
With the way the Chicagoland sports and sports are in general, there's bound to be
thrills,
chills, and
oh my God moments. So get your snacks and libations ready,
because this is going to be a wild ride.
Big Top Sports with Derek Geyer's quirky and insightful Fanatics take
will make you feel a little
or a lot better about your Chicagoland sports viewing experiences.
Tune in to Big Top Sports with Derek Geyer every weeknight from 6 p.m.
to 8 p.m.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet, find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
In the middle of the night, everything will be all right if you listen to Coast to Coast right here on WRMN 7 days a week from midnight to 5 a.m. Each night on Coast to Coast, listeners are captivated by George Newry with discussions on news and current events, conspiracy theories, UFOs, life after death, and all things curious and unexplained. Whether you're working third shift or you're just a night owl, catch the most listened to overnight talk radio program in North America, Coast to Coast, every night, midnight to 5 a.m. right here on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Children are the greatest joy and our best hope for a better future. Friends, they are the future. But did you know that millions of kids right here in our own backyard are facing hunger every day? Without healthy food, it's harder to grow, to thrive, to feel their best.
The impact when children don't have enough to eat is tremendous because when you're hungry and your basic needs aren't being met, you cannot learn.
Every child deserves to be fed. This is a problem we know how to solve. Food is not just food. It's energy, health, confidence, hope, and even love. Yes, love.
Breakfast in the classroom contributes to kids being more focused, which leads to higher grades, and simply just their well-being.
Thank you! Learn more about how No Kid Hungry is helping end child hunger in America at helpnokidhungry.org.
And we are back. This is the WRMN Morning Show with your hosts, Susie C.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the Let's Hear Weird Wednesday morning to you. And things have been definitely weird.
Yeah, it's gotten weird. And I am your co-host, Elliot Serrano, a.k.a.
The only man that can mute me.
The L Train, yes. Only mute? I heard I can do something else.
I need to proofread my texts when I send them by voice.
Yeah.
This was a very awkward one.
I'm like, yow.
But it is 7:23. If you're supposed to be on the road for work, get on the road and be careful. The roads are wet.
Roads are wet. And for the weather right now, we are seeing some thunderstorms moving through the area. We've got a real feel of 63. Temperatures are at 65. We're looking at a high today about 65, 64 with a low of 51 later tonight. The temperatures are supposed to remain pretty steady, dropping just a bit this afternoon. We expect there to be, the sun should be peeking through the clouds around 3 o'clock, and then going through the rest of the afternoon. Then the rain should pass over. So today, a little bit of rain, partly cloudy tonight, and then high of 79 and low of 55 tomorrow. Partly sunny and warmer. We are in the middle of our Weird Wednesday bit here. And so you had this issue where you were texting someone something and it came out wrong. Mm-hmm. Because you weren't checking your
I never
voice
do,
to text.
But starting now, at this very moment, I will be.
But here are some words that I would be interested what your voice to text would do if you tried sending them. Because there are a lot of words, and these are real words that just are not used.
So not fiddlesticks.
Fiddlesticks is one. But have you ever heard bumfuzzle?
Okay, we're going to do this. We need to, all these words that we come up with, we need to start using. Let's make them happen. What is a bumfuzzle?
A bumfuzzle is another way of saying confuse or perplex.
I usually say confuzzle, but when you say...
I say confuddle.
I say confuzzle, but when you say bumfuzzle...
Yes, I know.
It makes me think of the toilet paper fuzz that gets stuck
on
to
your butt. Bumfuzzle. Man, you bring everything back to butts, don't you?
It's that kind of day.
Everything going back to butts.
Well, you didn't think of that?
No.
No.
I was thinking about this is
an old-timey word we used to say back in the day. I'm telling you, I went down to City Hall and I wanted a permit to dig out my new well in the back of my yard. And I told the girl there, I had the money to pay for the permit, but she looked at me all bumfuzzled.
See? Okay, somebody today use the word bumfuzzle and tell us tomorrow where you used it. What else you got?
I got bumbershoot.
I'm not even
You know how to bumbershoot? Bumbershoot is an umbrella.
I'm not touching your bumbershoot.
It's a bumbershoot. It's a fun word referring to an umbrella. And on a day like today,
I'm taking my bumbershoot.
Don't forget your bumbershoot when you go outside. Don't forget it.
I bet Mac McNeil will come in with a bumbershoot.
With a bumbershoot?
Because he has a cool umbrella. I always see him when it's raining. So, Matt McNeil, bring in your bumbershoot.
Okay, so my other question now is, after eating all that pasta yesterday, did you get the collywobbles?
If I did, I didn't know it.
The collywobbles.
Wait, how do you spell that?
COLLYWOBBLES. This word refers to a weird feeling in your stomach or an overall bellyache. It is derived from the Latin phrase cholera morbus. Collywobbles.
Okay.
All right.
That is the word I'm going to use at some point today.
Oh, I got the collywobbles.
When I call Booty, Illinois, I'm going to use the word
Somebody here got a doctor.
collywobbles.
I got a case of the collywobbles.
I know that some of the people that listen to us are a little bit older, and I'm asking for some of you, if you've ever used any of these words, please let us know on YouTube. Text in on the chat line, 505-926-1410, or please call us at 847-931-1410 and tell us how you used these words, because these are fantastic.
Or are all these words just a bunch of gobbledygook?
Oh, my grandma used to say gobbledygook.
Gobbledygook. It's a nonsense language or speech that sounds meaningless or is difficult to understand. Coined by U.S. Representative Maury Maverick in 1944.
I bet they used those words in Accident, Maryland.
In Accident, Maryland?
Yeah. Do you want to live in Accident, Maryland?
No.
That's not a comforting.
If I went there, all I can see is ending up in a bit of a kerfuffle.
And right now, DJ A now, he's wobbling his collie right now. Yeah. You could get in trouble at work for doing that. HR is going to hear about that, mister.
Don't do it on the clock. Do that on your personal
HR is going to hear about this.
Do that on your personal time. Can I tell you, I will say, though, let's do, okay, hold on. We're not going to have a chance to do it, but I have a word. We're going to see if, when we come back from the break, if the No Nickname John bad joke of the day is a real corker.
Oh, a corker?
Is it a corker or not?
Like C-O-R-K-E-R.
Okay. A corker.
I almost spelled it wrong. I stopped.
Yes, we're going to find out if it is. Right. I think it is.
I'm going to read it now so I can work on my delivery during the break.
All right. So when we come back, Susie C. will read the No Nickname John bad joke of the day, and you all tell me, is it a corker or not? I think it is.
Buckle up, people.
Buckle up. Welcome to the party, pal. This is the WRMN Morning Show with Susie C. and the L Train. We're getting jiggy with it.
Woo!
Yeah. I mean, and then probably going to put on a snollygoster. Maybe that. But a snollygoster.
A snollygoster. We'll talk about that one when we get back.
Really? Well, okay, now I'm reading the definition. I don't know. I know someone who's a snollygoster. I'm not saying who, though.
From the pages of the Elgin newspapers of 100 years ago today, these are the headlines brought to you by the Elgin History Museum.
I am Tricia Grosser, and this is what was happening in Elgin 100 years ago, June 4th. The open protest of the Elgin Ministerial Association yesterday against carnivals that were exhibiting in and near Elgin brought an answer today from the officials of the state's attorney's office. They declared that since most of the citizens and reputable organizations seem to want carnivals, it wasn't for the prosecution's office to be the goat in a campaign to drive them from Elgin and the rest of Kane County. The state's attorney's office stand against carnivals has always been known, declared Attorney Roy Phillips. But since most of the people and reputable organizations seem to want them, we see no reason why this office should be the stumbling block to keep carnivals out of the city. The state's attorney's office would be glad to see the people of Elgin in a frame of mind when they would want carnivals to stay for good. But it doesn't seem to go that way, declared Attorney Phillips. Mayor Earl R. Kelly, to whom one of the ministerial association's protests was sent, declared himself empathetically in sympathy with the stand taken by the organization of Elgin Ministries. Carnivals are bad things for the community. I have never given my consent for the staging out of a carnival in the city limits, and I never shall. I am and always have been opposed to carnivals, declared the mayor.
Elgin 100 Years Ago is a presentation of the Elgin History Museum. Be sure to visit the museum located at 360 Park Street in Elgin, open Wednesday through Saturdays 11 to 4. You can also listen to Elgin 100 Years Ago at www.elginhistory.org.
Do you own an annuity, either fixed rate, indexed, or variable? Are you paying high fees and getting low returns? If so, Annuity General would like you to have this free book to learn the pitfalls and mistakes of buying an annuity. The Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers contains the little-known truths about annuities, like how to help reduce your fees and increase retirement income. And it's free. That's right, free. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report just for calling. We researched over 1,000 annuities and summarized rates and benefits from financially strong insurers. You get Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers and the Annuity Rate Report, both absolutely free for calling Annuity General today. Hurry, supplies are limited. Call now.
800-760-1845. 800-760-1845. 800-760-1845. That's 800-760-1845.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. Today, rain with a high near 63. This afternoon, a chance of rain showers and patchy smoke. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low around 53. Looking ahead to tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high near 74. Tomorrow night, mostly cloudy with a low around 56. Currently, it is 67 and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud Phone System. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very
calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to handle the busy holiday season, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
Live from the Talk of the Town, it's the WRMN Morning Show. News, nonsense, and everything in between. So grab your coffee, crank up the volume, and let's do this.
And we're back. This is the WRMN Morning Show with your hosts, Susie C.
Good morning.
And me, the L Train, Elliot Serrano. I'm telling you, the show that takes place when we are on a break.
I know, like we just had a mini therapy session, and it was fun. I learned some things about you.
And despite my protestations, I keep learning things about you. Well, okay, sharing time is over, all right? We don't need that now.
Okay, for those who do know me, know that my life is a little crazy. Like crazy, but fun crazy, and I'm very spontaneous. And so sometimes if you get sucked into the vortex called Sue, just roll with it. I promise you'll have fun.
All right.
But that's all I can say. All right. So
I mean, with you, it's just a bunch of hullabaloo.
It's a hullabaloo.
A whole lot of hullabaloo.
But explain what was the last word you said? The shooter snooter? You're a snob shooter? A snot shoot? Like what was the word before we went on break?
The one before we went on break, it was a snollygoster.
I was close.
A snollygoster.
And a snollygoster is?
Something that many people already call many politicians.
Oh.
A person, and it's generally a person who is shrewd and unprincipled. So that is what, if someone is a snollygoster, they're considered, again, that tends to be in reference to politicians who are always like working to get their way.
Are any of you out there a snollygoster? I kind of want to know.
Yeah, really. So if you're wondering why we come up with these weird words, it's because it's Weird Wednesday and we're sharing all sorts of
hear weird
stories. If you want to send us your stories, you can always comment on if you're out watching on the YouTube page, drop your story in the chat box. If you want to send us a text, the number is 505-926-1410. Hey, if you got a picture of something weird, something that you've seen, you could also share that on the text line 505-926-1410. Phone lines are open if you want to call 847-931-1410. I know this is kind of early for calls. We tend to get our phone calls around 8 o'clock. So, but that's just so you know, that option is there, 847-931-1410 to call in. Now, before we get too far away from the bottom of the hour, we do have the No Nickname John bad joke of the day, and I say it's a corker.
I think it's good. But now it's, okay, Santa, I hope you're listening. It's all about my delivery.
It's all in the delivery. And here's the thing, and you even started laughing in the middle of the joke. You can't do that.
Okay, no, that's why I think I read it, because I am working on, I get up in the morning and I look in the mirror and I said, you're beautiful, you're smart, and you can deliver a joke. That's my morning affirmation.
It's
hey, sad.
You know what?
Sad.
If you can manifest that, you can do that.
I'm trying. All right, so let me stretch. Okay. All right, we're ready. So, No Nickname John says, good morning, first shifters. It's Global Running Day. A guy was screaming at the TV, run, idiot, run. His wife asked, are you watching a horror movie? He said, no, it's our wedding video. Did I do okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
That's okay. You could have.
What would you have emphasized, the wedding video more?
No, it's our wedding video.
I kind of said it more like he was sad, like, no, it's our wedding video.
Yeah, I guess. That's a good delivery. That's a good delivery. I'll give you that one.
Okay, thanks.
That was good. Your delivery is getting better.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
For the ratings, I am going to give that, for a bad joke, I'm giving that one a 9.
Yeah, you were laughing really hard.
Because, again, it's one of those where I did not see the ending coming. I mean, I was reading it. It took me by surprise. I thought it was funny. And maybe, I don't know, maybe L Train is a little bit sour on the idea of marriage right now. Who knows? Maybe that could be it. But add to that.
I'm allergic.
I'm allergic to it. But add to that, there is, the delivery, which I respect. You've been putting effort into it.
It's not delivery. It's DiGiorno.
Oh, my God.
No, wait. I got it. Hold on.
No.
I just knowed myself.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me
gotta be ready.
Save me, caller. You're my only hope. You're on the WRMN morning show.
Good morning.
Yeah, that joke was a real corker.
Thank you. There it is. It's a corker.
Santa says corker.
It was also a knee slapper.
A knee slapper?
It was a knee slapper. But did it give you the collie wobbles? Santa, let's talk. We're going to have, before we do this, Santa, let's talk. You've been around for many, many years because you're Santa.
Yeah. Centuries even.
Centuries. So have you ever heard any of these. Have you ever gotten, after eating all the cookies and milk, going, whew, I got to get home, I got the collywobbles?
No. An upset stomach, no. I can put away a lot of cookies.
Okay, that's good to know. But have you ever had to, while you're riding in the sleigh, use a bumper chute?
Yeah, the umbrella. They sound like English terms.
I know, but doesn't it sound fancy? Hello, darling. Let me get to my bumper chute.
This is a bunch of ogle-boggle. That's what it is.
What's that?
It's a bunch of argle-bargle.
What does that mean?
This basically means nonsense.
Like nonsense?
Nonsense.
So not only are you guys getting a bad joke, you are getting an education on Let's Hear Weird Wednesday. You are getting an education. I dare all of you to use one of these words today. Sorry, Santa. What do I get?
Nope.
What does John get for the joke? No nickname John.
That was a really good one. I really like it. I'll give it a 9.
Okay.
With Elliot.
And delivery, I'm working on it. So be honest.
A 7+.
Ooh, I'm getting better. Okay, thank you, Santa.
Keep working it.
I do. Did you hear my affirmations in the morning? You're beautiful,
Yes,
you're smart, and you can deliver a joke.
You can tell a joke. Right?
It's on my mirror. So every time I go in the bathroom, I see that. So, yeah.
Sue is working on being a flibberty gibbet.
A flibberty gibbet? That sounds like it itches. I don't want a flibberty gibbet. Do I need a salve or what did you say
Half
earlier?
a mouse.
No, what did you put on your eye? A poultice.
A poultice.
Yeah, did you ever hear, Santa, that people used to use a half of a mouse for warts?
No, that I haven't heard.
Okay. Anything weird listen, you've been around the world a few times. Anything weird you've heard or seen, or town names?
Well, I live with a bunch of elves. How much more weird could that be?
Well, that's true. Little elves in tights. That's going right out there. Have you been to Santa Claus,
right.
Indiana?
I have been to Santa Claus, Indiana.
Oh,
that's also
it's a great little town.
It's also the town that former Chicago Bears quarterback Jay Cutler came from. That was like his hometown.
Oh, I had no idea.
He was from Santa Claus, Indiana, I think, but he was the grumpiest of elves.
Oh, but have you been?
He could have used some of the Santa Claus magic for his football play too.
Back then. I mean, right? Yeah, only the top-rated quarterback in Bears history, but yeah, I couldn't get him over the hump.
But have you ever been to Bald Head, Maine?
Bald Head, Maine.
Mm-hmm.
No.
No kids in Bald Head, Maine.
Up in Maryland, the snallygaster was hunting little children.
You used the word, and they were hunting children?
Snallygasters, yeah.
Snallygasters. It's an old German folklore.
Is that like the Krampus?
Like the Krampus, yes.
I get that. Yeah, your competition generally during that time of year, the Krampus.
Yeah.
I'm big into the Krampus, though. I'm big into the Krampus.
Are you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, those bratty little kids. Get in my bag.
Oh.
You've been bad all year. You're getting in my bag, and I'll smack you with the chancla. Well, he doesn't have a chancla. He has, the.
Well, I can take off. I got my shoe off if you need a chancla.
For the Krampus.
Did you hear the first hour when Elliot would get smacked around by mom's slippers?
Yes, with the waffle. Yeah.
Yes.
The waffle pattern.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, everybody, for letting me relive that trauma.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, Santa, thank you.
And we are now all heading to Climax, Michigan.
Oh, my God.
We're all going to Climax,
See you,
Michigan.
Santa.
Because the show is climaxing.
I'll have what she's having.
Oh, no. Hold on. Okay, we got to go.
Thank you, Santa.
Next caller. Hello, caller. You're on the WRMN Morning Show with Susie C. and the L Train. How are you?
Good morning.
Pretty good. Morning, Sue. Morning, Elliot.
Hi, Sidekick. How are you, girl?
Doing really good. I got my tattoo yesterday.
Oh, I can't wait to see it. I'm jelly.
Purple ribbon with the wings on both sides. It hurts so bad.
What part of your arm? What part of your arm did you get it on?
Like my wrist.
Yeah, I feel you. I got a couple.
Still hurts. Things.
Just keep a little bit of the. What did they tell you to put on it? A little unscented lotion.
The bandage on for a couple of days.
Oh, they gave you the yeah. Yep. Couple days and take it off and just wash your tattoo with some nice soap and water, and you'll be all good.
Yeah, what's the question of the day?
It's Let's Hear Weird Wednesday. Any weird stories, weird town names, weird street signs, weird experiences, anything you deem weird, we want to hear.
Or send us a picture of something weird that you've seen.
I don't have any weird stories I can think of at the moment.
All right.
No worries.
What's beloved Becky up to?
She's just waiting to get in. I didn't go to Olive Garden yesterday. It got canceled. Someone wasn't feeling good, so.
Oh, okay.
They had the collie wobbles. Someone had the collie wobbles before they went in, right?
That means an upset stomach. We're talking about weird words, too, things that you don't normally hear. So those are old expressions. Well, thanks for calling us.
Here's Becky.
Oh, Becky is there. I thought you said she left. Sorry.
Hi.
Hi, good morning, beloved Becky. Anything weird from you? Weird stories?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was a pretty hard hell yeah. Let's hear it, girl.
My dad liked to tell stories of when he was a kid and living on a farm. They were animal stories, and some of them were kind of gross, so we banned them from saying anymore. But one was when he used to take a piece of corn on a string, let a chicken swallow it, and pull it back out.
Okay. That is unusual. Unusual. And was there a reason for doing it, or just like for fun?
He just thought it was funny.
Okay.
Because he was a little kid back then.
Gotcha. All right. Well, now that makes sense. I don't know what to say to that.
And one more is, and why we banned him, is he used to stick a piece of straw up a dragonfly's butt and see it try to fly anyway.
Okay. All righty then. I think beloved Becky might be winning for one of the prizes.
Those are the weirdest stories.
Those
I've
are
heard.
weird. So as of right now, if you can trump beloved Becky right now, she's got a prize coming. So Becky, off the air, we're gonna get your number before the end of the show, because I think you might have won for one of our weird prizes.
Okay.
All right, Becky. Thank you.
Oh my goodness, yeah, that was something, boy.
Yeah, we got another caller on the line.
All
Thank
right,
you, Becky.
thanks,
Have a
ladies.
good one.
We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
And our next caller, I need to cue up his music.
Uh-oh. His walk-on song?
Yeah.
Walk-up song? Oh, I know who it is. It's Fernando.
It's Fernando.
Look at you, got your own theme song, man.
Thank you guys. I get emotional. I like to thank all my sponsors.
Oh my goodness. What's going on, Nando?
Nothing, guys. Happy Wednesday. Group hugs around the table.
Group hugs around the table.
Yeah. Hi, Sue. How are you guys today?
We are fantastic. We're weird.
It's a weird Wednesday.
Okay, I let it finish. Yeah.
All right, we're good. We got your song on.
Yeah, thank you so much. I couldn't sing today because I had the fan hit my face all night. It was a little muggy in the house, and I didn't want to open up the windows or nothing. But yeah, I was going to tell you a true story. I used to work in Princeton, Indiana. I used to work there for a Class 3 railroad, and one time I was coming back home because I would work 4 days and come back. I was part of the management team. And, you know, when you're driving in the long haul and you just get in a daze, I did run into Santa Claus, Indiana. I was like, what's going on? I'm seeing candy canes, all these little pop-up billboards and stuff here and there. And I had to stop at a gas station, fill up. I go, what town is this? And I thought I was in a dream when I was just driving, because, you know, when you're driving, you get in a
you get focused.
Yeah, you just like, all right, I know I'm going this way, but I think when I was listening to my GPS back then, I really didn't hear that I had to get off a certain exit. So that happened. And I remember in grade school, you know how we used to do the book it for the pizzas?
Oh, yeah. So you get the little Pizza Hut single pizza. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, see, my thing, I thought that's what we were doing the whole time in our school. And they ended up doing the McDonald's ones. You know, like if you got A's, you can get the hamburgers from McDonald's.
I remember that.
And I still have my report card. I'm going to send you the picture right after I hang up so you can see it. But how do I say, the whole time I was so motivated to get a pepperoni pizza. But I know I can tell my mom or my dad, hey, you know, just buy pizza, you know, here and there. But my thing was just to get the little button, you know, at the end of the day. You know, that was my thing, because McDonald's didn't give you nothing but just your cheeseburgers or your regular hamburger, and that was it. But I got a whole report card just stamped with all M's, you know.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. And the bad thing about it, I was in a behavior disability class, so it's not like I was like I don't know, it was weird because I had a great mind on my head, you know, on my shoulder, the way I thought and everything, but I couldn't just be around kids and stuff like that to play with or nothing. I just felt like, I don't know, I was too aggressive as a kid, you know.
Kids are irritating.
Yeah,
Trust me, I have 3.
So the teacher in that classroom, she had me in one of those timeout booth class, you know, those little cubby holes. So when every time you guys played the national anthem on the radio, or you know, previous, you know, like Marky B used to play it always brought memories back when I used to stand on my chair and do it on top of the chair, the national anthem. You know, put my hand over my heart.
Yeah.
And the teacher would get so upset with me that, oh, you're going to fall. And then throughout the whole, like, school, she says, you know, I just gave up on you. You just do whatever you want to do. But I would always do my homework and everything. It's just the way I was as a kid, though, you know.
Listen, the man's not keeping you down. You're going to do what you want to do. I love that you stood on a chair for the national anthem. That's, you know, that's impressive to me.
Oh, yeah, no, but the thing was, I was excluded from my classmates. You know, like I had to sit in a certain area in a booth, like in a cubby thing, like the timeout booth, you know. And trust me, I'm like Elliot. I used to get my chancletas too. You know, I used to get them all over. And back then, they didn't have these pills where the ADD or old, you know, all those pills. It didn't work. It was just the belt or the you know, our chancla, you know, to help out. But at the end of the day, for me, it was not enough. And then I think by 7th grade or 8th grade, it's like I just like started cooling down. It's like, all right, time to grow up, I guess, you know.
Well, you know, I think we all learn differently. Our brains mature differently. That's what makes us unique. But look at you now. You're on a talk radio show telling us all your fun stories and some not so fun stories. And you sent us a great meme. I'm going to share that on Facebook as well.
I know, but to me, you guys, I love comedy. Comedy is the best soother to your heart. You know, the best medicine laughter is to anything that you're going through in life. You know, we lose people in life, but you know, we always remember those that we go through by comedy, music, or something that you're always remembered by. So and I speak of it. I'm the first one in line to say that because I lost my son, so I can say, I know how it feels. No, don't, you know, because I've been always good with God, you know, so you learn to be a certain type of way, or you become into your feathers, you know, and that's how life is, you know. But I don't say it for brownie points or sympathy. I just say it because I understand, like, you have to be open. Whatever you have in your mind, you always let off your mind and your chest and just always laugh and giggle. So I think you guys always, man, you guys bring like I said before, you guys are my morning coffee, and you guys got a great chemistry going on.
Aww.
And I love it, you know, the people that chime in and all that, you know.
Yeah, we appreciate you so much. The people that we have people that come back every day. We have new people every day, and I just appreciate it so much. When I got here, everybody was so welcoming and made me feel at home. It wasn't like an awkward thing. And then when Mark decided to move on for a little bit, and we brought Elliot in, you know, many people stayed. We lost a couple. Some came back. You know, it is what it is. But I just always say, let's leave people better than when we found them. So, yes, this sometimes could be a very silly morning radio show. But if you walk away and you laugh, or a couple days later something reminds you of something we said and we laugh, then you know what? We're doing our job, because that's what we want in the morning. So thank you for that, Nando.
Yeah, anytime. You guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope I keep hearing good Weird Wednesday phone calls.
It's going to happen.
Things. Yeah, but I'll send a picture right now.
Yeah, I want to see it. Please do.
All right. You guys take care. Enjoy your day, guys.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye, Nando.
We got a sensational Shelly checked in, and she says, good morning. What a beautiful day it is going to be. And yes, I know it's raining. However, it's beautiful. So for Weird Wednesday, I knew a lady that would dress up dead mice in doll clothes when she was little.
Oh, I've seen that kind of thing. Yeah.
Like you couldn't, okay, I get maybe her parents were broke and couldn't afford a doll.
Well,
but
that's the taxidermy. Yeah.
Well, yeah, if she was doing it for taxidermy and not playing with the little mommy mouse, daddy mouse in their little clothes, I don't know, but yeah, no, that gave me a little bit of the heebie-jeebies. There we go. There's a word. The heebie-jeebies.
All right, and then this is my big story for Weird Wednesday.
This is big.
This one's big. Police in Akron, Ohio, and here's what I'm going to do. I'll pick this picture up on the YouTube page as well. Police in Akron, Ohio, caught body cam video of a bandit behind the wheel with a meth pipe in his mouth during a traffic stop on May 5th.
You should not smoke smoke meth and drive.
But Chewy, the bandit in question, did not face arrest. Why?
What?
Because Chewy is a pet raccoon. Yes, WLWT5 reported that as the driver of the vehicle, Victoria Vidal, age 55, was detained for having an active warrant and driving with a suspended license. I mean, that's like a triple threat right there.
That cop was happy. He wrote
active
some
warrant,
tickets.
suspended license, and you've got your pet raccoon driving shotgun. Officers returned to Vidal's vehicle to find Chewy in the driver's seat with drug paraphernalia. While our officers are trained to expect the unexpected, finding a raccoon holding a meth pipe is a first. The Springfield Township Police Department said in a Facebook post, adding, no raccoons were hurt or injured in this incident. So just so you know, the raccoon... Oh, wait, hold on. No, that's not what I wanted.
How do you say raccoon in Spanish?
Oh, I got to go to the break. It's escaping me. Mapacha? I think it's mapacha, if I remember correctly. Why is this doing this to me?
I don't know.
I want to show the picture of the
raccoon with the meth pipe?
Yeah, but it's coming up differently. I'm sorry.
Can you imagine that officer is still talking about it? He's like, man, I got a warrant. I got traffic. I got drugs and a pet raccoon. And listen, for people out there, I don't know if there's like an NA meeting for raccoons, but if you have a pet raccoon with a drug problem, bring them over. I can talk. Look, I have 2 raccoons tattooed on my arm.
I think, it's important that we talk to our raccoons when they're young.
Don't put them in the DARE program.
Don't put them in the DARE program. Tell them, mapache, thank you. Yes, it's mapache. The raccoons, you got to teach them when they're young. Because what happened was later on, the policeman had, the raccoon and the owner in a holding cell, and they
have little tiny handcuffs.
Little
tiny handcuffs.
And they said, "Where did you get this habit?" And the raccoon said, "From her. I learned it from watching her."
Yep, he threw her right under the bus.
That's where
he's on the stand, on the witness stand, telling the judge with his little baby handcuffs. Do they have to put 2 sets of handcuffs?
No, they didn't. When you're in court, you don't have the handcuffs, but you do have that cute little orange jumper.
He was a convicted felon.
An orange jumper. No, he
wasn't convicted. He was innocent until proven guilty.
Innocent until proven guilty. And on top of that, I think he was a minor too.
Mapache.
This is the Chef of Love, Chef Jannard, TV host and restaurateur. My grandparents harvested their land to sell food and share this overflowing bounty with our community. Grandma said, for every yam we pick, we give one away. In the world they cultivated, I love preparing and eating dinner with my family on Sundays. When our resources changed, food assistance programs sustained us. They gave me fuel to start my first culinary business at 16 years old, and inspiration to donate the extra food in my community. Through my life, I've developed an appetite to work with others to ensure everyone has access to the nutritious food we need to thrive. Together, we can help end hunger. Come on, join the movement with Feeding America by volunteering, donating, and advocating. Learn more at feedingamerica.org/act now.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council. Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 8 o'clock.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Wendy's. A plan to build a large Hindi temple complex, community center, and residential development on Elgin's west side will proceed to the City Council, even though it failed to gain support from the Planning and Zoning Commission. The proposed project by Yomaya Mataji Sastha Chicago Midwest, 231,000 square foot temple, a 125-foot dome, and an 81-unit apartment building, along with 38 townhomes. Efforts to plug a $771 million funding gap in Chicago area public transit have stalled, raising concerns over possible 40% cuts to CTA, Metra, and PACE services. Kane County officials united in Geneva to protest a bill siphon a portion of RTA sales tax revenue, $27 million of which supports county infrastructure and public safety. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Huge news. Right now at Wendy's, you can get a Son of Baconator for just $3. I don't think you understand this situation. The Son of Baconator is only $3 for a limited time. You know, smoked bacon, rich melted cheese. That Son of Baconator is only $3. Thank you to whoever wished upon that star. For bacon that just won't quit, gotta be Wendy's.
U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii, not valid in a combo or in third-party delivery platforms.
What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud Phone System. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very
calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to handle the busy holiday season, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
From the pages of the Elgin newspapers of 100 years ago today, these are the headlines brought to you by the Elgin History Museum.
I am Tricia Grosser, and this is what was happening in Elgin 100 years ago, June 4th. The open protest of the Elgin Ministerial Association yesterday against carnivals that were exhibiting in and near Elgin brought an answer today from the officials of the state's attorney's office. They declared that since most of the citizens and reputable organizations seemed to want carnivals, it wasn't for the prosecution's office to be the goat in a campaign to drive them from Elgin and the rest of Kane County. The state's attorney's office stand against carnivals has always been known, declared Attorney Roy Phillips. But since most of the people and reputable organizations seem to want them, we see no reason why this office should be the stumbling block to keep carnivals out of the city. The state's attorney's office would be glad to see the people of Elgin in a frame of mind when they would want carnivals to stay for good. But it doesn't seem to go that way, declared Attorney Phillips. Mayor Earl R. Kelly, to whom one of the Ministerial Association's protests was sent, declared himself empathetically in sympathy with the stand taken by the organization of Elgin Ministries. Carnivals are bad things for the community. I have never given my consent for the staging out of a carnival in the city limits, and I never shall. I am and always have been opposed to carnivals, declared the mayor.
Elgin 100 years ago is a presentation of the Elgin History Museum. Be sure to visit the museum located at 360 Park Street in Elgin, open Wednesday through Saturdays 11 to 4. You can also listen to Elgin 100 years ago at www.elginhistory.com.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. Today, rain with a high near 63. This afternoon, a chance of rain showers and patchy smoke. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low around 53. Looking ahead to tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high near 74. Tomorrow night, mostly cloudy with a low around 56. Currently, it is 67 and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
What was that?
That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud Phone System. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very
calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to handle the busy holiday season, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
Theriault Booth, a leading local law firm, is located on the beautiful Fox River in downtown St. Charles. Here's Ryan Theriault.
For better or worse, there are just times people need a lawyer. Whether you are involved in a work injury, in an automobile crash, selling a home, or even planning for your estate after your passing, we're here. We're local. We're part of the community.
For more information, visit them on the web at tbfirm.com or give them a call at 630-526-4242.
In the middle of the night, everything will be all right if you listen to Coast right here on WRMN, 7 days a week from midnight to 5 a.m. Each night on Coast to Coast, listeners are captivated by George Noory with discussions on news and current events, conspiracy theories, UFOs, life after death, and all things curious and unexplained. Coast to Coast, every night, midnight to 5 a.m. right here on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Live from the Talk of the Town, broadcasting across the Fox River Valley on WRMN 1410 AM. News, nonsense, and everything in between. It's the WRMN Morning Show with Susie C. and L Train.
Welcome back to another edition of the WRMN 1410 Morning Show with me, Susie C., and my most funnest co-host and partner in crime, Elliot the L Train Serrano. I think sometimes I leave here and I'm exhausted from laughing. Really? I don't know if you feel that way, but yeah, sometimes. Oh, there goes Northwest Wesley Jr. We got the sound effects. Hey, boy. Oh, he's recording for his YouTube. So for those of you that don't know, are you going to play it? He's got it. All right,
let's
ready?
Get him going. A triple shot from The Rock.
Shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty.
That's one.
Shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty.
That's two. And as they roll away.
Shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty.
That's three.
So if you're not used to listening, you're new to the show, we always have Northwest Wes and Wesley Jr. drive by on the way to school. And they slow down. They have YouTube channels. They record for their channels. They're a big part of the show. I actually had Junior on as a junior co-host, and he's such a great kid. So Marky B gave them their own sound effect. So that's what you hear. You know, some people have walk-up songs. Some people have sound effects. A lot of people have nicknames. So that's kind of weird. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And you know what? We had the Back to Blue drive-by.
I actually sent it when. But it was when Nando was on, and he probably couldn't hear it.
Yeah, he was giving us the hang 10 sign. Yeah. So we appreciate all of you guys so much. It's just so much fun to have you on, and keep calling, keep joining. Maybe you can get your own sound effect or walk-up song.
Possibly. But again, this is Weird Wednesday, where we are asking everyone to share their weird stories, weird photos, experiences. You can send it to us on the text line, 505-926-1410. You can call in, 847-931-1410. You can share it on our Facebook page. Go to facebook.com/WRMN1410. If you're watching us on the YouTube right here, boom. So you can drop it in the chat line. I know right now it's a little after 8. People are commuting. Now the traffic out there on Douglas Avenue is picking up. So if you're listening to us on the radio, drive safe And you can always hit us up. Whenever you want to share things, you're always welcome to do it 24 hours a day on the Image 360 line. Again, 505-926-1410. If you come up with stuff this afternoon, you want to share it with us, the morning show reads all the texts when we get in the morning. Also, if you want to share any events, press releases and the like, send them to info@WRMN1410.com.
Not only are we informative, we're entertaining, and you learn something new every day.
We would hope.
Well, we try.
Because there's also, I don't know, but there are days when I feel like I've got a case of the Widdershins.
The who's?
The Widdershins.
Is it contagious?
Maybe.
I need a salve.
Depend. A poultice.
A poultice. Today's the day of poultice. We're not using anything other than poultice today.
Make sure you squeeze the oils out. Squeeze the oils.
And that was from
oil.
If you used roasted buck liver for night blindness.
Night blindness. When you can't see at night, roasted buck liver will take care of that. And the irony being that for day blindness, it's roasted buck liver and carrots.
And carrot, is that for daytime blindness?
For daytime blindness.
Okay.
The Widdershins is usually a synonym for anti-clockwise or counterclockwise. If you ever feel like walking counterclockwise to banish negative energy and in taking up or closing a compass. So if you got a case of the Widdershins, that means you're going the opposite.
I thought you needed Pepto.
Well,
if you had the Widdershins.
No, that's from the Collywobbles.
That's from the Collywobbles.
The Collywobbles. You do need that. Then there are a lot of folks who are going to go, man, that show's just full of argle bargle.
We like argle bargle.
Argle bargle.
I ordered it at the Arby's drive-up the other day.
The argle bargle?
Yeah, I went the argle bargle combo with the Dr. Pepper.
With the Dr. Pepper? I do like me the Dr. Pepper Zero cream soda.
So has anybody tried the Dr. Pepper Blackberry?
Not yet.
I have heard that I don't really drink soda too much, very seldom, but I might buy like a 20 ounce to try because I heard it's
really good.
Yeah, I heard it's really good.
Dr. Pepper has been upping their game as far as the different flavors. And again, I always get the zero, the no sugar, because to me it does taste as well. Dr. Pepper, the Diet Dr. Pepper, Dr. Pepper Zero tastes like regular Dr. Pepper to me. I don't drink a whole lot of soda in the beginning, but when I do, I always get the zero version. I don't like diet version. Like I don't like Diet Coke.
I don't like anything
Coke Zero.
Diet. I don't like any of that. Like I can't do the funky weird sugars, the fake sugars or the stevia I just can't. I can't get past the taste. And I know stevia is all natural, but I can't get past the taste.
Well, then, I mean, that's when you kind of like don't want any argle bargle.
I don't want the argle bargle then. If the argle bargle is going to taste like fake sugar,
you don't want to gargle the argle bargle.
And on to the next subject.
Argle bargle basically means nonsense. That's what it means. And the WRMN Morning Show is sponsored by Vasselli Law, specializing in municipal, real estate, and corporate law, and proudly serving Northern Illinois. You can reach Vasselli Law, you can visit them at 2021 Midwest Road in Suite 200 in Oak Brook, Illinois, or right over here, right across the street at 11 Douglas Street, Suite 271 in Elgin. Call them at 630-931-8225. Again, the number is 630-931-8225. Or visit their website at jmvchicagolaw.com. Again, that's jmvchicagolaw.com. Vasselli Law, a proud sponsor of the WRMN Morning Show.
So we're talking about Let's Hear Weird Wednesday, and we've had lots of weird sayings and town names and signs. And I think at 8:30, we're going to definitely try to call Booty, Illinois, because we want to booty call this early in the morning. And have you ever heard of, Tightwad, Missouri? I might have been there. I might have been Tightwad, Missouri. Or in reference, someone said it was Fast Eddie said, Special Eddie, his saying was, my anus whistles with delight. Has anybody ever used that saying before? Who's Special Eddie and why? Wait, hold on. I already got it.
He does what? He does his
anus whistles with delight.
I'm sorry. Can you do that again? Okay.
I don't know who Special. So I think it was Fast Eddie that sent that in, unless that's what Fast Eddie says. So we'll have to figure that out. But so yeah, and on this Let's Hear Weird Wednesday, we've had lots of funny names. Like seriously, I don't want the collywobbles today.
You don't want the collywobbles?
No. And what else do we have?
Don't forget, folks, when you go outside today, do not forget your bumper shoots.
That's right. Hang on to your bumper chute.
Hold on to your bumper chute. And because if you don't, you just, you might get into work and then cause a kerfuffle.
No kerfuffles today either.
We don't want that. Hey, just so you know, if it's 8:15 and you got to get to work, no lollygagging.
No
do not
lollygagging.
lollygag. Time to get yourself out there.
And okay, I found a sign. Somebody sent me a sign that was in their office because we were kind of making the weird noises. The sign said, "Not everyone at work in the workplace is your friend. Do your job, fart on people, and go home." Well, I don't even understand why you would have to post that sign at work, but apparently someone's job had to post it.
You're supposed to do what?
Fart on people. Fart on people. Oh my God.
I'm just taking this
I
back.
feel like we're a bunch of 12-year-olds
I'm taking
today.
the show back to a previous incarnation where you just hammered those sound bites to bits.
You sound like you have the collywobbles.
I've got a bit of the collywobbles. That's we do.
So what do you have that's weird? Do you have and I got a lot of street sign and street pictures, so those will go up on the Facebook. But if you have a weird story, a weird anything, today is Let's Hear Weird Wednesday, so let's go. I want to hear them.
Let's go.
We've had some good ones.
847-931-1410 is the number to call. We have a caller on the line.
Oh boy.
Good morning, caller. You're on the WRMN morning show with Susie C and the L Train. How are you?
Am I on now?
Yes, you are.
Okay, this is Wilma.
Wilma, cash.
Yeah, that's right. Formerly Wonderful Wilma.
Oh.
Yeah, that Marky V, my nickname. Anyway, I got a weird story, and it's true. This is a true story.
That makes it better.
Yeah, my daughter would get sunburned really bad, and her face was sunburned. You ever heard of Silverdene?
No, Silverdene?
Silverdene, it's something you put on for that.
Okay.
Is it a poultice?
No, it's a cream. It's a cream. and it makes your face glow.
Oh, okay.
Like it glows.
Really?
Really, really weird. Yeah. So we was riding around Dundee Avenue and Slade Avenue, and this guy drove up beside us or something, and he seen her face, and his mouth opened. So wow, what is that? It was in another car, and he freaked out.
Yeah, I would too with a glowing face. Like, what in the voodoo magic is going on right now?
That's back in the.
I'm going to have to look that stuff up. I wonder if we could still get it, because that might be kind of fun.
Yeah,
Drive around at night.
It's for sunburn.
Okay, yeah. I'll look it up. How are you today? You doing well?
Oh, yeah, I am. I'm doing very good.
Good. Well, it's going to be a beautiful day. The sun is going to come out later. And thanks for being a part of the show. I always love seeing when your name pops up.
I've been listening to WRMN since back in the 70s and early 50s sometimes, because when I was a kid, when we moved to Tennessee and come back, I listened to WRMN all the time. Jeff Myers and all the gang. And okay. All right, talk to you later.
All right, thank you, Wilma.
Okay.
And
I think Wilma almost might win for the second weirdest.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
Unless David Tease has a better story to share on Weird Wednesday. Good morning, sir.
David Tease is Let's Hear Weird Wednesday.
hey, this is my day. Weird Wednesday. Here we go. Mine is up in Lake Geneva. We all went to a petting zoo. And, they got goats running around freely and all that stuff. So, you get that big cup of the feed to give it to them,
Yeah.
And they got it a little cup. Well, 3 goats came and surrounded me. One kicked me into bits and pieces. Yeah, that hurt. And then I went to the ground. My wife is losing it, her mind, laughing hysterically where she can't breathe. She thinks this is funny. I don't. Meanwhile, while I'm laying on the ground, they're attacking the whole entire feed right there. And one has got his butt right by me, and he's dropping pellets by my head. She's losing it. I'm in severe pain. And it was a horrifying moment of my life, I think. And she couldn't stop laughing.
Well, I would have probably been laughing too.
Wow. You would laugh at David T's after taking the goat shot.
Shot to the bits and pieces.
To the twig and berries.
Well, yes, because you know why? He wasn't dead. There was no blood. So at that point, it just has to be funny.
No, see, when you get hit,
wouldn't have laughed.
When you get hit in the when you get hit in the twig and berries, no, that's not funny. That's.
I don't know. I wouldn't know.
No, it's not. That actually that hurts. But so that's my weird story that I had happen to me.
I like it. Violence at the petting zoo. Film at 11. Man is accosted by a gang of goats.
Yeah, they were a goat gang.
And the irony is that you would have just given them the feed anyway. They didn't have to mug you for it.
You were accosted.
Yeah, they didn't. They were like co-conspirator instigators.
Yeah, and to add to that, you're there down on the ground. They're taking the feed and they're pooping on you at the same time.
And they're pooping on you.
No, that didn't hit me. Okay.
Oh, okay.
But they're just
close enough.
When you're looking up and you see this happening, that's horrifying too.
And
people.
There's a lot of goats. Don't just poop like 1 or 2 poops.
No. That's like, I'm wondering if they make this sound.
You're having fun with the sound.
Yeah, that's what happens when you hit the poops. They're coming down. Boom, pow, pow.
Oh, I heard pool balls.
Oh, well, that's,
Okay.
Again, the twig and berries, twig and the berries, lots of ricocheting around.
I get it. I get it.
It's painful.
I'm sending you to Pecker's cutoff. So it will no longer be population 2. It'll be population 4.
There we go.
So you're having fun with the soundbite button today.
Yeah, I mean, I was told I don't use the board enough, so I have all this stuff queued up today for different people. So, yeah.
Yeah, until he mutes me. He really thinks it's funny that...
I think it's hilarious to mute her because after a while, it's like, man, does it stop with her? It doesn't. It just goes on and on. Like we had a break that we were supposed to hit, but no, she keeps going and going. I don't know what to do with this woman.
Talking is my superpower. It would not be talk radio if I was silent.
Oh my
I would just be over here miming things.
You would be a great silent film star.
They would still hear it.
There you go.
Listen, I embrace my faults. I embrace them.
Those captions would be like really long. It's like they would fill up the whole screen, and you have to sit on it for like a minute to read the whole thing. And the piano player would be going. When
is it gonna end? When's it gonna end?
When's it gonna stop?
When's it gonna stop? All right, Mr. Tees. Thank you.
Oh, bye, David Tees.
See you guys later.
Later, bye. Make it stop. Can our next caller help make it stop? Good morning. You're on the WRMN Morning Show.
Morning.
Good morning. It's Trusty Pat calling in.
Hi, Trusty Pat.
Weird story.
Do we get the air horn?
Yep.
Yeah, baby. I love it.
I told you we'd get it. Hi, Trusty Pat. How are you?
So that's fine. So my weird story is back when I was 12 years old. My next door neighbor, there was 3 boys and a girl, and I was a late child, so I was raised like an only child. But anyway, we're together all the time. So we had BB guns, and we're shooting things with BB guns. And I shot something that ricocheted and hit Tom's brother. So Tom says, "Hey, you just shot my brother." I go, "No, I didn't." he says, you shot my brother. And he's like right next to me, and he shoots me in the back of the leg, and it went through my jeans into my back of my leg. And he's like, oh my gosh, it hurts. And Tom's dad is there and goes, what happened? And I go, he just shot me. So he wallops Tom real bad, but I didn't really realize it went in my skin. It was there through to my senior year in high school. It somehow the BB made its way to my wrist and my right arm.
What?
I have no idea how it went. Yes, it was weird. How that BB traveled all the way from the back of my thigh all the way back through my body to my right.
Oh my God,
right
that's
arm and my
so
wrist.
weird.
No, that is a very definition of weird right there.
I saw it back there. So I saw it down there. So I went to the doctor and he took it out. So anyway, that's my weird story.
Maybe that wasn't. It wasn't. Maybe it wasn't a BB, but it was an implant from an alien civilization that was used to track you.
Yes.
You know, and it just floated on you like the microchips do on our dogs and cats. You know, the microchip can float. That BB just floated on you.
That is so weird. I never knew it had that BB. I go, what's in my body? And then here it is.
Oh my God, anyway. That's crazy. Well, thank you for sharing, and we got your sound bite.
Thanks, Trusty Pat.
I love it. Thanks, guys. Talk to you later.
And as he goes.
Yes.
Have a good one, sir.
You know, that reminds me of the story. It was a few years ago where it came out, and we could look it up. I think it was a guy who put a toy car up his nose, and it was there for 50 years. Like, he had all these sinus problems, and I don't know how they missed it.
Put a whole Matchbox car up in there.
It was a small, we can Google it because it was a real thing.
Yeah.
But it was up there for something like 51 years.
And when it came out?
It was snotty.
Well, you say it was the Booger Mobile?
But yeah, we could Google it. But yeah, I remember, like, how could you not for 50 years? Like, there's a thing called an X-ray, a CT scan, but it did 50 years.
Man, I forgot. Oh, that's right. There was that time I put that die-cast car up my nose.
When I was 3.
Wonder. No, but I've heard about people that they've done that. Like, they might have gotten something in their ear when they were a kid. I've heard more and more of that pencil eraser up the nose.
I've heard that, yep.
And then it's like it's up there for a while, and then it's like later in life.
Yeah, I had a friend who had a chunk of pencil lead in her hand, like for, 30 plus years. You could see it, and it just sat in her hand. Somebody went over, like, you know how you used to do where you'd stab between your fingers?
Like
but we couldn't have knives in school, so we would do it with our pencils.
Man.
And somebody bumped her, and she stabbed her own hand.
Stabbed herself in the hand with a lead pencil.
And the lead was there for years and years.
Yeah, that is what I call that. No, that's not it. That is not a flibberty gibbet.
It's not a flibberty gibbet.
Somebody who does that is not a flibberty gibbet.
Correct.
A flibberty gibbet is a silly, flighty, and whimsical person. That's not someone.
What kind of person?
Flighty,
silly,
and whimsical.
I've been called whimsical. I've been called a lot of things.
I was going to say.
A lot of things I can't say on the air.
Can't say on the air.
But I've never been called a flibberty gibbet.
A flibberty gibbet. That is welcome to the morning show with the L Train and Susie Flibberty Gibbet. That doesn't just roll off the tongue.
If by chance you just sort of tuned in, hopefully not, we have Let's Hear Weird Wednesday, and people have been sending in weird pictures, weird stories, weird town names. On this 8:30 break, we're going to call Booty, Illinois. Just anything weird, and we've had some really unusual. I think we might keep this segment for a few weeks because we're finding some really interesting things out about people.
And if you want to see the image of the meth pipe smoking raccoon named Chewy, go to our Facebook page. We will have that posted later today.
Yeah, I just don't go home and do nothing. I'm on WRMN a lot.
You're posting photos. You can see the pictures of my I Don't Share My Fries t-shirt as well.
You'll die on that hill.
A lot of folks, when you share images on the Image 360 line or share things with us, We make a little collage out of it, a little recap of the morning show. You can check that out there. And we want you to know that every text, photo that comes through here is seen by us here on the morning show. So don't be shy. Feel free to share. You don't have to call, but the text line is for you.
Shake.
505-926-1410. Don't do that in front of the camera. It's going to excite one of our callers.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Wendy's. A plan to build a large Hindi temple complex, community center, and residential development on Elgin's west side will proceed to the City Council, even though it failed to gain support from the Planning and Zoning Commission. The proposed project by Yomaya Mataji Sastha, Chicago Midwest, 231,000 square foot temple, a 125-foot dome, and an 81-unit apartment building, along with 38 townhomes. Efforts to plug a $771 million funding gap in Chicago area public transit have stalled, raising concerns over possible 40% cuts to CTA, Metra, and PACE services. Kane County officials united in Geneva to protest a bill siphon a portion of RTA sales tax revenue, $27 million of which supports county infrastructure and public safety. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your RV, RV wins.
What, are you going to take the RV to the mountains or go pick up your dry cleaning? RV wins! Are we cleaning the gutters or taking the RV camping? RV wins! Are we getting a new passport or cruising up the coast? RV wins!
Don't forget, you got that trip to Sweden coming up.
Oh, yeah, passport, then RV.
With Progressive, you can bundle your RV with your home or auto and save with...
When you partner with CDW, your people get more out of technology. CDW AI architects deliver Microsoft services to automate tasks and boost productivity, helping sales reps connect with more customers. Remote teams collaborate seamlessly, and small businesses compete at scale. That's amazing. Make amazing happen. Microsoft and CDW. Learn more at cdw.com/modernwork.
This is Larry Jones, and I'd like to talk to you about my bank, American Eagle Bank in South Elgin. Has your bank changed names in the last 10 years? Is your bank another faceless branch with headquarters in another city? Are you tired of earning next to nothing on your savings account or certificates of deposit? Or does your personal banker treat you like a stranger? If you answered yes to any of those questions, then you're ready for a new banking experience, and American Eagle is the place for you. American Eagle is a locally owned independent bank that's rooted in the community, and American Eagle customers are greeted by name and treated with the respect that they deserve. American Eagle has an innovative program, Eagle Savings, that teaches your children to save while earning prizes and rewards. American Eagle offers great rates on certificates of deposit. My bank is located in South Elgin on Randall Road between the Target and Caputo's and is open Monday through Saturday. Give them a call at 847-742-7400, and a real person will answer the phone. American Eagle Bank, a place where you matter.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. Today, rain before 1 p.m., then a chance of showers between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. with patchy smoke. Cloudy with a high near 63. This afternoon, cloudy with a chance of showers. Tonight, patchy smoke before 10 p.m., mostly cloudy with a low around 53. Currently, it is 64 and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Now there's a new way to take charge of your blood sugar. Introducing new Garlic Healthy Blood Sugar Formula from the makers of the nation's best-selling garlic supplement. New Garlic helps maintain healthy blood sugar levels with clinically supported levels of garlic, plus a custom blend of vitamins and minerals, and it's odor-free. Take charge of your blood sugar. New Garlic Healthy Blood Sugar Formula. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
Whether you're still waking up or still awake from last night, we got you. Mornings just got a whole lot more interesting. This is how you do radio. Live from the Talk of the Town, it's the WRMN Morning Show.
And we're back. This is the WRMN Morning Show with your hosts, Susie C.
Good morning.
And me. I'm the L Train, Elliot Serrano. It's been a weird Wednesday.
The train.
Yeah.
It's a choo-choo. It has been a weird morning.
It's been a weird Wednesday, weird morning, weird everything. It's a rainy day outside. Sarah Silver already gave us the weather. So for those who missed the sport here in the last hour, Chicago Cubs defeated the Washington Nationals 8-3 on Tuesday. Michael Busch led the offense, going 3 for 4 with a walk, 3 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. Starting pitcher Cade Horton improved to 3-0, allowing 3 runs over 5 1/3 innings. Our own Chicago White Sox ended a 4-game losing streak with an 8-1 victory over the Detroit Tigers. Shane Smith pitched 5 1/3 scoreless innings, allowing 3 hits and striking out 6. Michael A. Taylor contributed a 3-run homer and 4 RBIs, and this win marked the White Sox first home victory against the Tigers since June 4th of 2023. The Chicago Bulls are evaluating prospects for the 12th overall pick in the upcoming NBA draft. I'm not saying the draft was rigged, but I'm also not saying it wasn't. The Dallas Mavericks getting the number 1 pick after trading away one of the best players in the NBA. That seems weird.
It does seem weird.
And the Chicago Sports Alliance, comprising the Bears, Blackhawks, Bulls, Cubs, and White Sox, announced a $1.5 million in grants to support local organizations addressing gun violence. On the local side, let me scroll up here real quick. The South Elgin Storm, 22-10, are set to face the Bartlett Hawks in a neutral neutral site playoff game today at 2 p.m. The matchup followed 2 previous meetings in May, both won by South Elgin. So the South Elgin Storm in the high school baseball playoffs, lots of luck to them today, this afternoon. Hopefully they don't get rained out or postponed.
Is this a paddy wagon?
I heard the sirens.
It was a weird siren. It's not a normal. It's not like a regular woo-woo siren. It was like a doo-doo-doo-doo.
Well, it could have been. And
maybe it was a wambulance.
Oh, God. And there goes that's our WRMN Morning Sports Report. We do have some events going on today. There is, sorry, folks, the South Elgin Summer Concert Series begins. The Village of South Elgin kicks off a summer concert. We're going to make a booty call.
Actually,
turn this down.
Yeah,
we're turn this down.
Yeah, we're actually has anybody else? Can any other radio show WGN? Can you say you've made a booty call live on the air? You got to turn it up a little bit.
I'm turning it up now.
There we go. It's ringing. It's ringing. Wow.
This typically happens to me on booty calls. It's either it goes direct to voicemail or it rings twice and then it goes to voicemail.
That's worse. Yep. No booty call.
I'm gonna give it one more ring. Come on.
Nobody picks up after 8 rings. That's Elliot's sign number 2.
Story of my life. Call. And I don't know what's worse, that they don't answer or that they answer and they're like,
who's this?
Yeah, or hey,
do I know you?
You feel like getting together? Yeah, that.
And booty call is 3 hours and 13 minutes from here.
We're talking about. We were trying to call the Blue Mound Township Hall in Booty, Illinois.
Boody,
Illinois.
Booty, Illinois.
Looking at the website at the niche.com, places to live. Booty, Illinois has a medium home value of $112,000.
Oh, it's inexpensive to live in Booty.
And in comparison to the national average, which is 300,000. The feel is rural. 69% of the residents own versus rent. There is currently, they have the Lake Forest Country Day School, as well as the Perspectives Charter School.
Wow.
As far as violent crimes, well, this is really, okay, how many, blah, blah, blah. I'm looking at trying to find a population number here.
I thought I saw 420.
420 people. Can't be 420 people. It's got to be more than that. I mean,
why?
Because that's like...
It's a little tiny town.
400. Of course, no one picks up the phone at that point.
Yeah, because they're all busy doing all the other jobs.
I need to call Gladys through the switchboard. Gladys, can I go? Can you call Sheriff Andy at the station? The courthouse? At the station? Sheriff Andy there? Or did he go off and did he go fishing today with his son, Opie?
So we used to have at Newman's Corner Pub on Wednesdays, we had Andy Griffith night, and the bar would be packed. I had $6 pizzas. Everybody would show up between 6 and 6:30, and from 7 to 8, we watched 2 episodes of Andy Griffith, and it was so much fun.
I grew up on the Andy Griffith show. I mean, I'll be honest. Whoa. Sorry.
The Fun Girls from Mount Pilot were my favorite. Dance with me, burn.
I remember watching
Andy
that
Griffith
show.
show.
Sorry, I'm turning this down a bit.
Andy Griffith.
I grew up on this show, not realizing that little Ron Howard started on that show. I remember Ron Howard from Happy Days. But watching the Andy Griffith show, just again, we're talking, I'm first generation Puerto Rican, primarily a Spanish-speaking household. And I'm watching these shows on syndicated television. Andy Griffith would come on in the afternoons. For some reason, I just loved the show. I thought Andy Griffith with his,
suave, debonair.
But I'm there not realizing that it's like, the Mount Pilot was supposed to be the big town that everyone went to. The big city. Mayberry was a small town. Mayberry based on an actual town in North Carolina. And that Andy Griffith was bringing a lot of his own values to the show, doing those things. And again, you would think that a young Hispanic kid, born in a Spanish-speaking household would look at this and go, I don't get any of this. I thought it was the coolest show in the world. And you watch the show today, it's still timeless.
It's still cool.
It's still time.
One of my favorite episodes was when there was a traveling salesman that came through, and he had an elixir. And Aunt B and all the ladies bought the elixir.
Oh, yes.
And Aunt B is at because, she always kind of played a very kind of serious, nurturing mom. But Aunt B was drunk playing the piano with Opie. And she's singing, and she's making Opie sing. And Andy walks in. He's like, what is happening? I mean, we all were watching that episode. And then they found out that he was a scam. It was a scam. His elixir was alcohol. And did you know that almost everybody in Mayberry had a still? If you go back and watch the episodes, the 2 sisters had everybody had a still.
Yeah.
So they were, but nobody, the only Floyd, or what was his name? The only drunk was
Floyd. No, not Floyd. That's a barber.
Floyd was
Otis.
the barber. Otis. How is it that everybody in town had a still out on the farm, but Otis was the only one wrecked on every episode?
Otis was the only one who had no self-control. Mind you, he knew enough to check himself into he had his own key.
He had his own key.
I know I'm drunk today with Andy. I'm just going to set myself up. I'm going to go sleep this one off. That was just something. My favorite episode, the one that sticks with me, was when it was that the FBI was coming through town because some gangsters were on the run.
Yes, the whole FBI.
The FBI, and they were treating Andy and Barney like they were rubes, like they didn't know anything, and Barney's all gone. Oh, we're gonna help the FBI. We're gonna track these gangsters down. The FBI again, the big city guys got. You country bumpkins don't know anything. And Andy's being really diplomatic and going, no, don't worry about it. Okay. But what does he do? He ends up tracking the guys down and getting them arrested, just showing that, if you do not underestimate people just by what you know, the old don't judge a book by its cover kind of deal.
Well, Andy was cool as hell. Like he dated all the hotties.
Well, he was a good. I mean, Andy Griffith himself was a handsome man. Very handsome.
And then look at, I think when Barney would call Juanita, we never saw Juanita.
Yeah.
But he would call her at the diner, and he would try to be like cutesy, like, oh, you're so pretty, Juanita. And it was so awkward and dorky. And he'd be like, oh my gosh. There was an episode where him and Thelma Lou got into a fight.
That's right, Thelma Lou.
And when Andy and, I don't remember which girl he was with then, came in and they turned on the lights, Barney's hair was all a mess, and he had lipstick kisses all over his face drinking a cup of coffee. It was like, oh my God. Those were so wholesome, but they were so funny.
My question is that what we're going to find in Booty, Illinois? I'm just saying, it's something where on a weird Wednesday, this is the sort of thing that you're going to
we do teeter a little bit. We get on that fence and we do teeter a bit.
No, we get a little bit, you know, a little bit sidetracked here and there. But ultimately, I think we go to a place that's entertaining. You know, and then we'll go to Booty, Illinois. We'll get the WRMN van. We'll put some speakers on the outside of it, and then when we get there, you know, we can have this playing as we go through. I'm not dancing. My co-host will dance. I'm waiting for her to do that one thing that she's been threatening all morning.
How could you not get up and dance to that?
I don't want to break the board. It must be jelly because jam don't shake like that.
Hey! Oh, and here we are.
Here we are. Oh, boy, I already feel I'm going to get called in by HR.
No, if anybody's going to get called in, it's me.
Yeah, really there.
Oh,
all right.
My gosh. So, what else do we got? We got, we're talking booty. How did this show end up all about booty?
Yeah, that was, okay, FYI, that's been your thing. This is where you've pulled us every hour. From this morning, we get started with the weird stuff, and you just figured out a way to make it about booty, so I'm just going with the flow.
I started out with using a half a mouse for your warts.
Yeah. But how did you...
And then roasted buck liver for night blindness. So how did I, sweet, innocent, kind me, bring this around to the booties? I didn't even bring up Uranus. Uranus, Missouri for a long time. I held on to it. I held it close to my, kept it in my sleeve.
Wow! I can't believe you're going with that. I can't believe you are trying to go with that.
I'm not. I have it. It's in my notes. Fiddlesticks! Don't tell me. I don't even know. Do we have a caller?
No, not yet. I have a feeling that just the moment we're going to go to the final break, someone will call. So you know what I'm going to do?
What are we going to do?
Hit that break now.
All right, hit it now.
Are you dreaming of a getaway? Want to leave the stress of daily life behind? Whether it's a relaxing cruise or an adventurous land escape, planning the perfect vacation doesn't have to be a hassle. At Cruises International, they specialize in vacation destinations, land and sea, making your dreams come true. Located at 1721 Moon Lake Boulevard in Hoffman Estates, Cruises International isn't just about booking travel. They're your personal concierge, trusted travel advisor, and advocate. Your preferences are unique, and they'll take the time to understand exactly what you're looking for. From personalized service to their global network of specialists, they ensure that your vacation is tailor-made just for you. It's time to plan the vacation of a lifetime. Call 800-255-7447. That's 800-255-7447 today and speak to a cruise and vacation expert. Cruises International. It's time to set sail to your dream destination.
The Supplemental Security Income Program provides monthly payments to help meet basic needs. like putting food on the table, paying the rent, or buying new shoes for growing feet. You may qualify if your income and financial resources are low and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to start to apply. Produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Fitting in shouldn't be hard, whether in life, on the court, or in the classroom. At Elgin Community College, you could find your place alongside those expanding their horizons, exploring rewarding careers, and achieving their dreams. A place for doers, thinkers, and believers. At ECC, we see you, we believe in you, and you'll fit right in. Learn more at elgin.edu/belong.
Now available on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com is the book called DUI Jury Trial, which is the true story of a truck driver in Illinois who was charged with driving under the influence of alcohol. Not only was he facing a revocation of his driver's license, but also a lifetime disqualification of his CDL, which would prevent him from ever driving a semi-truck again. This book includes backstories of the truck driver, the lawyers that defended the case, and the DUI expert witness who analyzed the case and then testified at trial as to the proper protocol procedures of the field sobriety tests as well as the breathalyzer test. This nonfiction novel also includes the actual court transcript from the jury trial, a courtroom showdown in which the final verdict would determine the fate of the defendant's livelihood. The book DUI Jury Trial is now available on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com.
And we're back.
Good morning.
Bringing the WRMN morning show to its conclusion this Wednesday morning, this weird Wednesday morning, June 4th, 2025.
I'm going to say something weird.
Now?
Now.
Wait, I'm sorry.
I've said
that's unique.
No.
How? Yes.
Listen, I was wrong.
No, you've been saying that a lot lately, so it's not even that weird.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was wrong today. Matt McNeil did not bring his bumper shoot.
Well, I think there's something to be said.
There's a woman right outside with her bumper shoot.
Got their bumper shoot, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I would think that there's something to be said for people who are prepared. Mm-hmm. And people who are not.
Which we found out when the Milky Way crashes with the Snickers in 1.1 billion years, you still won't be prepared.
I have plans that day.
I've got getting your hair done.
That is, folks, for folks who didn't get that reference, she is referencing yesterday when we were talking about the Milky Way and the Andromeda galaxies.
Oh, I thought it was the Milky Way and the Snickers bar.
But yeah. But the scientists say that there's a 50% chance now of the Milky Way and Andromeda galaxies colliding with each other in about a billion years. So, to which I said, I've got plans that day anyway.
Yeah, he doesn't prepare well. He's like one of those last minute guys. And if he's not ready last minute, he's probably not going to do it anyway. So he's got 1 billion years to be ready.
All right.
We got a call.
We've got a couple calls. Let's get him on the air before we get off. Good morning, caller. You're on the WRMN Morning Show with Susie C. and L Train.
Genius George calling. You mentioned Juanita Beasley from the Andy Griffith Show.
Mm-hmm.
Off the top of my head, other notable TV characters we never saw on screen. Sarah, the operator on the Andy Griffith Show.
That's true.
Marge, the receptionist on the Dick Van Dyke Show.
Oh.
My mom's favorite, Columbo's wife, Mrs. Columbo, who was referenced probably every episode but never seen. Charlie from Charlie's Angels. And Elliot from one of your favorite shows. Bob Sacamano, Jerry's friend, who is talked about time after time, but never seen on screen.
Then you also
I know there are others, but those are off the top of my head.
Those are the good ones. And then you had Vera from Cheers, Norm's wife.
Very good.
We never saw Norm.
Yeah.
And on Frasier, we never saw Maris, Niles' wife.
Okay, so we're going to do...
And now I just thought, and Carlton, the doorman from the Rhoda show, if you remember that.
I remember Rhoda.
Yep.
So I think what's going to have to... Carlton the doorman, but I remember the show. So I think what's going to have to happen, we're going to do a Q of the day, and we're going to talk about old shows. You have to come on the air with us that day.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, we'll get a hold.
Call me in.
I'm going to text something to the text line so I can grab your phone number. 505. Okay. Do you have the number?
I do. I'll just give you my number.
Okay.
Everybody has it.
Oh,
well,
okay.
but don't give it out over the air. All right, so just text.
Why?
Oh, if he's okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Give it to me.
I entertain all non-solicited calls.
Okay.
All right, quick, give me your number.
847.
Yep.
902.
Yep.
3664.
All right. I'm going to plan that show, and you were coming on with us because you are a plethora of knowledge.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, George.
Take care.
Talk soon.
Bye-bye.
Tomorrow's Ferris Bueller Day in Chicago.
Ferris Bueller Day.
Bye.
Bye. And this is our last call of the morning. You're on the WRMN Morning Show. You can see us off. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, but you guys are heading towards my naughty list.
Uh-oh.
Santa.
But Santa, I was innocent. I'm just a bystander. She was the one who kept saying things about booties and all that.
We tried calling Booty, Illinois. They didn't answer. We did. We tried twice.
I knew it. I knew that if I followed you, I would end up off the good.
I'm the Pied Piper.
No, you guys aren't on the naughty list yet, but you're headed there.
We're teetering.
I'm not okay. I need to Santa. You just. I'm gonna go straight and narrow from here on out. Okay.
Santa, I have extra bourbon, and I have a friend that has cigars. Do you like cigars?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we'll take care of Santa.
That's not fair.
I'm back on the good list.
That's not fair. You have
you guys
stuff
have
you
a
can.
good day.
Thank
Bye,
you, Santa. You get to bribe Santa. You get to offer him bourbon and cigars. There is something inherently wrong about the system in America where, a woman can bribe Santa Claus, has a song saying, "I, Santa baby, come on down the chimney for me. You'll see how much bourbon we can drink, Santa baby."
Oh, my God. Immediate response and same-day service for any residential, commercial, or industrial emergency across the Chicagoland area. With over 30 years of experience, they've got the expertise, manpower, and equipment to handle any size loss fast. They follow strict IICRC guidelines to restore your property the right way, the first time. Their team values transparency, constant communication, and strong ethical standards because your peace of mind matters. Licensed, bonded, and insured, they're here for you 24/7, 365 days a year. Call 855-4ECG now. That's 855-432-4669. Or visit their website at emergencyconstructiongroup.com. And let Emergency Construction Group put your life back together. One Construction Group. Your satisfaction is their passion.
Your hometown radio station since 1949,